She keep talking about how you swap a dime out for a penny. Then she turn around and swap the LeBron out for a rookie. You can't talk that slick shit to me, baby. I be having these nightmares though. I wake up shaking and shit. So I just hold my son. But when he ain't there, I just hold shorty. But shit, when she ain't there, shit get dark. Yeah. Dog, if it was up to me, you would have waited for me to say goodbye. I seen your mom and she held on to me. She strong as hell, but dog, I still see the pain in her eyes. Your son just turned 5. Yeah. Hey, I seen niggas post RIPs, pictures all on the T's. Never questioned how many of them was checking up on your seed. I mean, hey, who am I to say? I never count they pay. I only lose count when I count my days. AI shit, the Braves was backwards. A nigga just hated practice. Streets crazy, straps on the body like straight jackets. You fucking deadbeat, I found the way, daddy. Seen so many people cross me, the cross on my face tatted. Fuck a role model, I'm a soul child. They wanna brag about who they friends met. My boy met God, what's realer than that? I ride by the street where he died. Tried to relive this shit like if he just Mom ain't get how I would act some days. One time I had explained how many people you can hit up that's from back the day. Well, I'm half your age and half of us already passed away. Can't imagine pain, can't have no class reunion, sad to say. I could have been making the average pace and fuck that, bitch, I'm a grown man. Never been one to hold hands, unless we was slow dance, We been in top 3, they ain't give rappers no chance. She twerk on me, ladder in my pocket, that's her pole dance. Questioning how I think, but am I wrong? You go to 10 weddings in 1 year, you'll start thinking about having your own. So imagine back-to-back funerals for so long, you'll start thinking about what happened if you was going honestly.
Can't go back to the old me. I dropped the tear from my woody. My nigga died with the chopper like Kobe. Caught my nerve to some Jodeci, Off-white belt looking like caution tape. Praying that them lawyers do some magic, Penny Hardaway. Whole hood shift with certain niggas die. Ops buried next to you, we step over him, Allen I. Don't ask me why I'm teary-eyed. Nigga, you should be here, see his son when he go to prom. Thinking I should tear these niggas up while I load this 9. I'm just trying to beat the odds. Nightmares is in my palm, felt so real. I left a nigga holy, got him close with God. Different vibe, my niggas in the mountains. I'ma take the ride, he did 11. Fucking with that white girl, Della Dime. Beam green like that close friend shit. Birdie mama still doing hair, that mean you still could get your wig split. Shuddy, I be killing it, her grandma thinks she innocent. She catch it with her tongue out, man, I call her Milo Timberland. I go from smacking a zoo bell to front and back, I'm smacking all on you, girl. She smoking to that juice world. I don't even smoke, but I might smoke you. Where I'm from, you die, your ops is laughing in the comments when they post you. Different times, sometimes I be thinking how I'm still alive. He getting high, youngin' in his bag, he wanna steal and rob. We watching Friday, all in the kitchen, told him get a job. Was on his day, now he smoking weed, call that shit haram. I feel the money coming, got an itching palm. Certain shit can make you laugh, but it can make you cry. You could see a turd fall, but you won't see it dry. Noodles with no cable wasn't much, but it's gonna get us by. Thinking about my niggas on a plane, I'm trying to touch the sky. Don't wipe your eye, it's okay to cry. Kilo, Nakisi had a different vibe. Letting off balloons, playing Hattie, got his missing 9. Mar homie still ain't playing, chopping at you Jackie Chan. Wrote your man a letter, but too lazy to go and get a stamp. Tired of saying free you cause you in and out like Ja Morant. Glizzy in a book bag, it's looking like I go to camp. Pete dying on the curb, I tell him fight while I hold his hand. Whole hood crying, I'm on the gram, can't believe you dead. Just was on a visit, had them skippies looking like some fans. Left the party early, too much Henny, bro, it got the rims. I'm a different breed, my fiance skis. I hear her ambulance coming, tell that nigga breathe. White tent till we meet again, you rest in peace. Rest in peace.
I'm just trying to get a peace of mind. Make money, increase the grind. Just know that I'm good as long as I know that all of my people fine. You can never compete with time. Tell America cease to fire.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It is the morning meeting with Nafati and Uncle P. Miss Info If you're nasty.
What?
You like that?
No.
No, you don't like that?
No.
No, you don't like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Not if you're nasty. And if you're messy.
That's different.
If you're messy, now we on to something.
Now we on to something, man. Listen, you know, we come together every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we talk about the things that are happening in our community, outside of our community. But listen, if you have some information and you want us to share it and you want us to talk about it, or you have a topic that you want us to debate about, because we debate about everything. Honestly, we debate about everything. But
we was just debating this morning. I'm going to knock the shit out of her when we done.
I don't even give a fuck. Anyway, how you feeling this morning?
I'm good.
You good?
It's Friday.
It's Friday. What that mean? Fresh Friday?
Well, yeah, but I got 2 catering jobs this afternoon.
Oh.
And, yeah, I'm tired. I'm sleepy.
You sleepy?
Yeah, because it was thunder and lightning last night.
You can't be tired.
Me and the dog was scared.
You can't be tired.
Why?
Because you can't be.
Watch me take this.
We got too much shit to do. But I want to start this show off saying shout out to our sponsors.
We got Northern Marketing, we got Mecca, we got Mind Our Own Businesses, LeBron Construction, KC Electric, the Boys and Girls Club of Chester, Pressure Inc., TFG Tax Pros, and the Abstract Kings.
Abstract Kings, man.
Y'all should go ahead and, hey sis, I miss you. Hey Jean.
Y'all should go ahead and what?
Y'all should go ahead and support these businesses. Like, I'm telling y'all.
It's Jean, by the way. It's not Jane.
It's Jean.
It's Jean.
It's Jean.
It's Jean-Pierre.
Oh, it says Jean right there.
It says Jean. Jean. Jean.
It says Jean.
You just going to disrespect me like that in my
I'm
face?
just saying.
Right. See? Look at you. See? You don't like it when nobody do it to you. Don't do it to me. It's Jean-Pierre.
But your name spells Jean.
It's
Anywho,
in English. In French, it's Jean.
you need something built, you need something tore down called LeBron Construction, you need some electrical work done called KC Electric, you need to mind your own businesses, meaning get the black directory for the black businesses. You call Miss Lakeisha Lawrence. Mecca, listen, she is telling you how to keep your business afloat and how to just do things the right way. You call Miss Mosley.
Sean. See? Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
she said Sean.
I don't know who Sean is.
That's what I'm saying. Northern Marketing will get you right with your
web
business
design,
cards,
right,
web
everything.
Designs, flyers, whatever it is that you need. Pressure Inc. will get you right with your T-shirts, your graphic designs, all kinds of stuff with your logos, your backdrops, everything. TFG Tax Pros will get you right in business and in life. And Abstract Kings, I'm just saying they're going to paint everything, paint the word. You get tattoos. You can get a painting for your wall. Did y'all see that Picasso just got that deal with the Airbnb?
Yeah,
where
man.
he's providing all the artwork for the Airbnb.
I like
Shout
that.
out to
I like that joint on the far left. I gotta
with
hit
that
with the
fake-
one eye.
Yeah.
I like that. I gotta get that.
I only need to see what I need to see with that.
I have
one eye.
art I have yet to hang up yet. It's for my apartment.
I
It's for my
plan on
house.
stealing
Right.
something out of here.
From where?
Out of here.
No.
So-
Why would you
You
do
don't,
that?
you won't even know this is going. You don't even know this is going.
I count my art every day. Every fucking day.
Now she called you John.
John. There it is. If
John.
you need to say it like that,
John.
that's bad.
That y'all use a John. Okay.
I ain't no John.
That's what she
I'm
said.
Jean-Pierre.
Hey, John.
Anyway, shout out to our sponsors. LaToyson Law, man.
Yeah,
Today's
you gotta
show.
add him to the list.
Nah, that's different, man. Today's show is provided by LaToyson Law.
Oh, hey.
Right.
Enrique.
Owned and operated by Chester's native Enrique LaToyson. LaToyson Law is there for you when you need it most. They can handle all of your legal needs. Support Chester's own LaToyson Law. They handle property transfer, criminal defense, and all other legal needs. The right firm right now.
How much he charge for property transfer? Because I charge less than him.
Phone number 610-999-1439.
All I'm doing is changing the name.
The right firm right now. Yeah, man.
Get with him. Get with
Yeah.
Enrique.
Make sure you get with him, man. Make sure you tell him CNP sent you.
I remember one time we was in court and they didn't call him Enrique. They called him like Eric and something.
Eric and K. Eric.
It was something, but it wasn't Enrique. I was like, who are they talking?
I said Enrique, and I'm like, yo, your last name should be Ladison.
That's what it said.
It say LaToyson, though. He said LaToyson. I've been corrected several times.
Well, you know the I is not in front of the O, so that could be.
He said, nah, it's Ladison. I said it's Ladison. He said, nah, it's LaToyson. I said, okay, all right, LaToya it is.
Well, the O is after the I.
But you can still say
the O is
Latta
before the
song.
I. No.
Yes, you can.
No, the I would have to be in front of the O.
No, it don't. Latta,
No,
L-A,
Yeah.
T-O-Y, toy, song, S-O-N. You can say it however you want to say it, right? But
Well,
his
I
name
want
is
you to say it
LaToya.
how he said it.
He said his name is
Enrique
LaToya.
LaToyson.
Yes.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. How y'all been doing, though? In the beginning, you was playing CRMC song, right?
Right.
And-
Sad, Red Eye.
Simon, as I call him, but y'all call him
Barzy.
Barzy said they put your name on they put your face on a T-shirt and your name on the rest in peace stat, but they never check on your seed. I
Never.
wonder, do they think about that, like when they out in the street?
I mean, he said it.
Can you turn music off in my ear?
What music? Ain't no music on.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So, so when he said it, I say that all the time. Is your image that important that you would rather die out here in these streets than to be around your family? Because once you die, you only get a rest in peace for like 3-4 days. We just, in the prime example is we just had a young man pass away like a week and a half ago. I ain't seen the rest in peace stat or I miss him stat since the two days after it happened. They really forget about you in 48 hours. You give them 30 days, but I'm saying 48 hours for real. After 48 hours, they do not keep your name alive unless you were somebody near and dear to them.
Life continues to move.
It does. And they
Right.
forget about you as fast as when you go to jail and when you go, like, my son called home a couple weeks ago and was like, I ain't talked to nobody since January. You ain't talked to who? No, not y'all, Mom, not y'all. I said, I always told you these were your only friends anyway. Like, this is what you have to understand. Your siblings are your friends. They're your first friends. They're the ones that's going to be there with you through everything. So they answer the phone. They're going to make sure you got money on your books. They're going to make sure this done, that done, everything. And he was like, yeah, I see. Yeah, but you're going to come home and refriend them. Like, that's weird to me. I don't understand that.
I went to jail. I didn't refriend anybody.
You came home?
Everybody that wrote me, I remained their friend.
Right.
Because that was the worst part of my life, right? Sitting in that jail cell for 18 months, right? That shit, I gained a whole bunch of weight. I came home and I was like, yeah, I ain't fucking with none of you niggas.
Yeah,
Like
but
none of the
that's
motherfuckers
hot.
that called my wife at the time. Nobody stopped by with diapers for my son. He was brand new,
Nothing.
right? Nobody did anything, and it was like, yo, I'm not fooling with y'all, bro. Like I have absolutely no rap. But that was because I wasn't fooling with a whole lot of people. So that's cool. The people I was dealing with, they was all at the table smoking, right? Or they were snorting. So
Damn. Smoking or snorting?
smoking or snorting, one of
I'll
them.
take your
You
pick.
feel me? And I wasn't doing neither one of those things. So it was just when you learn that people respect you as much as you respect yourself, then you'll move into different rooms. You'll allow yourself to flow like water through different rooms. And
Yeah, but how do we get a hold of these kids to let them know that that's how they have to
you
move?
you have to show up. You have to care every day. You have to call every day. I'm calling so many people, right, on a day-to-day basis. Like, yo, what's up, bro? You good? You straight? All right.
Yeah,
what
but
you
who's
need?
calling you? Because that has to be reciprocated.
The people are they're calling me as well, right? It's not just me calling them, but just saying like, damn, like this is what we need to do. We need to move forward, right? We can't talk about what you did in the past and how you fucked up, right? Literally, I'm trying to get. This is how I see it. There has never been any leadership at the bottom, right? The people with the money have always been in charge, and for 20 to 30 years, we've had the crime continue to get worse, right? It's getting
Right,
younger.
Dante.
13, 14-year-old kids they're getting younger and they don't
Yeah.
care about life. So if we don't get any leadership there, it's going to be to the point where we're going to have 9, 10-year-old kids not caring and shooting people and hanging out. So we need leadership at the bottom. Who better to lead than the people that are already down there? Right, and that's not saying they have anything to do with the current administration, but they're leaders of that community. So if you get one person from every hood, and the hood puts that person up and says, "All right, you can speak for me," when it comes to those things, right, calming things down.
So how do we get people to be willing to do that? It's
We
not.
have to
It's
talk
not
about
just
it.
about
Yeah.
calming things down. It's about letting them know that I am now 43 years old. You are 50% of my age. You're half my age, and you don't have a chance of getting to my age. You might want to reroute yourself. Well, how do we get people to do that? Because the average amount of people that we know that are deceased now all died before they were 25 years old.
Right.
So how do we get them people to say, how do we get them people to rethink their current situations? Like,
Nobody
hey,
calling you,
listen,
Gio.
these streets aren't the same. These streets aren't playing fair. These streets don't love you how your mom loves you. or how your
They
sister
never did,
knows you.
though.
But how do we make them understand that though? See, we learned early on. Well, probably because somebody probably knocked us in the head on the way. But now that you can't chastise them in that manner, how do you make these kids understand that if you die tomorrow, all they're gonna do is put your name on your
So
face
if
on
you don't
a
have
T-shirt
any,
today?
if you don't have anything to live for, living past today is lost. If you don't listen to me, if you don't have anything to live for, living past today is lost. So kids need to understand that they're special. They can do things. If you want to play basketball, if you work hard enough, you can make it. Shout out to LeBron James. 14 years he made it. He lost yesterday, right? And there are so many people, and we talk about people watching people get to the top, and then we love to watch them fall, and we talk about him. The way he plays is how he plays, right? What he's been doing is what he's been doing from his career. You either like LeBron or you don't like LeBron. If you don't like excellence, he's at the top of his game, then we can sit there and say, damn, we're all fucking haters. At some point, you're a fucking hater, and you're hating, oh, I don't really talk. No, but if you're hating him, why don't you hate people in your community? You do the same thing to people in your community that are climbing up this ladder.
You do it worse to people
You,
in your
you
community.
watch them climb up the ladder, and then you waiting for them to fall. I know it's people standing by me that tell me they love me every day, waiting for all this shit to crumble and for me to come back and say,
So why
oh,
are
no.
they still standing by you?
Because they waiting for the fall.
But why do you keep them around?
I
if
don't
you
keep them.
already know
No,
this?
man, listen, I have pushed people so far. Like, get out my way. I need 10 feet of space. My wingspan. I need all of this. I need space. I don't need you. I don't need you around me. But people still pick up the phone. They can call. They can come around. But I ain't got time for that shit at all.
I just can't sit around and be around a bunch of people who I think love me, and I know for a fact they don't. You only get one time from me. Now, before in life, I used to give people chance after chance after chance. I would hear things that they said about me and be like, oh, you took it the wrong way or something like that. But now I'm at the point now where if I hear you said one wrong thing, I ain't got a conversation for you no more because
Right.
you don't even want to address the one wrong thing that you had to say about me. And I don't understand why people feel so comfortable with talking about somebody that would help them.
I think there's somebody that can talk on that real quick. Let's tap on him and
Success.
see what he has to say.
You can't have it without jealousy, without envy or entitlement. Entitlement being the scariest part because it's growing in someone you love dearly. You know what I'm saying? And that is what makes people look at you and go, oh, he got it, so it's cool. Like, you should excuse it. Like, when they say they're awarding you something in the courts, it's usually something that you already paid, so they're just returning it, awarding you.
Entitlement.
Like, how do you feel entitled because you know somebody that you think that you're supposed to get? Somebody called me yesterday to order food, and they asked me could they get a family discount. And I looked over at my daughter and said, how much was your meal?
Right.
That's the family discount right there. How much is your meal? She said, I had to pay.
I had to pay.
She said, ain't no discounts around here. And I'm like, y'all don't, and it's not because I can't get one,
Right.
but it's because you shouldn't have asked me.
You
for
shouldn't ask for one.
Now this the price. Either you're gonna pay it or you're not. What you're asking for, and the prices have changed. But when you're doing good, when you're going places, and people think that you think you're better than I never thought that I was better than anybody. I just thought that I worked hard, and I wanted what I wanted. That's how I feel right now. I'm on this $15,000 hunt that I had plans on having it by June 30th. So they like, well, you ain't got time. I don't have time. I don't. I got work to do.
I think I'm the other way around, right? I've always given more than asked for
True.
money. I've always been that person to do it for the least amount of money. And,
We've all done it.
And
We've all done
but
it.
I continue to do it, and that's
you
that's,
ain't learned shit.
That's the problem with me, right? I have to learn, how not to. I don't know how to phrase it. How not to be a dick, but make a profit, right? Or make enough money to pay the bills at the radio station.
You got to learn how to separate business from personal.
And I had this conversation with a group of men, and they said, "Man, we bros, but you didn't have to give us the bro price."
And that's how it should have been.
And my thing was, if I didn't have to give you the bro price, then you should have said that in the beginning.
They didn't have to say it. You should know it. You should know
So-
the difference.
But you don't learn until you learn that lesson. So
You-
that's a lesson. That's a lesson for me because
Leslie,
before
please
I
hurry
didn't
up,
I didn't. I'm not gonna say I didn't value the radio station. What I was doing, I saw communication as yo, I can't charge you a whole bunch of money because I know we don't come from a whole bunch of money. But now with this PPP shit and this PUA,
it's not even about the PPP.
but
or
it is
PUA.
because people that never really had money before now have money, and it's like, all right, if I'm willing to come in and pay for something, it's like, oh shit, my fault. Yeah, what? Now I'm starting a conversation of what do you think this is worth? And then if motherfuckers say $1,000 a month, pay me $1,000 a month.
But that's not how it should. That shouldn't be the conversation. My contract is my contract. I remember one time I did this catering job. It was like my first catering job ever, and I told the person, "Well, you can just get all the food,
Right.
and then you can tip me."
Right.
Right. I stood up for 5.5 hours cooking, cleaning food.
Right.
You know, preparing it properly, and to give it a nice presentation for them to tip me $50.
Wow.
$50. No. I said, I got to think about this.
Yeah.
And it was my first ever catering job. And I
Right.
just did it on the strength.
Right.
And then the next time I did a repass. And somebody in particular called me and said, hey, listen, we need somebody to cook for my aunt's repass. And I thought about you and I like your food and blah, blah, blah. So I did the repass and I tell him, I said, well, you know, all you got to do again is tip me. Or a repass for damn near 150 people. They did not run out of food. They had food left over. All you got to do is get the food, tell me what you want. I'm up all night long like it's Thanksgiving, cooking through the night, the next day, and then I told them, y'all got to have your own service. They gave me $100. My time is worth way more than that. And people need to understand that I no longer have friends when it comes to business. That is it. I charge by the plate. If you say it's gonna be 10 people, that's what you pay for.
That's what you paying
10
for.
people.
10 people.
If you got 11 people, that's on that 11 person to share off of one of them 10 people plate. But it always comes with extra. But it's just the principle. Like, people don't think that they have to pay you because they know you. They don't think that they have to value you because they know you. They only value you when you can be something for them. When you can
Right.
do something for them.
Right.
And people have to learn that this is business.
Right.
Miss Pam down Red Brick Cafe, she said, baby, I don't care who they are.
Right.
This is my price
This is my
list.
price.
Pick what you want off of there.
Right,
That's what you're
right,
going
right.
to get.
That's what you're gonna get.
This costs more. That costs more. She said, I don't care who they are.
But everywhere else you go, that's their price. You don't go
they'll
into
go-
Walmart talking about I want a discount unless Walmart say you 10% off. And when does Walmart do that? Right?
Don't get me started on prices.
So I just you know, I accept my faults, right, in business, right, because I never really saw this as a business. I saw it as something. Hey man, I want to talk. I want to
Was it your
communicate.
hobby?
Right.
Was it a hobby for you?
It was a hobby, and I think my mind stayed in hobby mode, right, and until you know the rent went up, and then it's like, oh shit,
Did you come
Pico
in here
went
and have
up.
to flick the lights?
The Wi-Fi went up.
Listen.
Like I'm like, ho, why is everybody going up and I'm staying where I am, right? So
Chicken is $165 a case. I used to give a wing bar for $125.
Right.
So that's 4 different flavors of wings
Right.
in a half of aluminum pan, right?
Right.
4 flavors. Chicken is now $165 a case.
crazy.
I can't charge you $125. A wing bar is $200. We're gonna start there because I have to buy the wings. I just said they $165.
Right.
The oil went up from $23 for the 6-gallon, I think it is, thing to $27.
Right.
I have to factor all of that in, and I had to sit down and really be like, listen, I was charging this for this. I can't do that no more. A whole salmon, I was paying $97 for a whole fresh salmon from Washington Avenue. I now pay $120.
Wow.
You can't tell me I can't raise my prices. If you don't want to eat at my price, then you can go somewhere else, spend your money, and then complain about it on social media. I'm fine with that. I got people that come in and when I tell them how much it is, they still leave more on the table.
Right. Leave a tip, man.
They don't tip in the black community. They do not tip in the black
I
community.
learned that at working at Nas's. I would have your pizza to you. That drink would be hot.
Hot. And they don't
I'm
give
running
you
stop
no tip.
signs. I'm running through lights. Police pull me over. I'm delivering pizza.
They don't give you no
got a whole
tip.
3 pounds in the back of his car, right? But I'm delivering pizza. But you know, the situation for me is like black people. They like, this is my money. I'm not tipping you. I'm not. And I'll be like, man, I'm going out here to the white people. I'm delivering pizza out here, and they're
And
giving
they
me a
give you
$5,
$5 tip,
$7 tip. Here you go.
Along
Keep the
with
change.
my $2 delivery fee, stuff. Listen.
I tip. Last night I went to Uno's and the young lady, she was 6 months pregnant, right?
Wow.
And she bent down to pick the food up. So my food came tonight, it was like $34. I gave her $60. I said, keep the change, right? And I know when I walked out the door, she was like, oh shit, he gave me an extra 20. Like, she's pregnant and she's working and she bent all the way down. And I'm like, wow. Like, she's like, my back. I said, you okay? She was like, yeah, I'm pregnant. I said, oh man, congratulations, 6 months. If I could have gave her more, I would have, but that's all I had on me. So I gave her the $60. But it's just like, when you think about, if you can't put yourself in that predicament or delivering those pizzas and say, what do you want for your kids? What do you want for your family? Then that's what tipping is about, right? For the service.
You know who I don't tip?
Who?
I don't tip the Chinese stores.
Why not?
Because I don't.
Why not?
Because they make enough money and don't get back to the community.
Well, they definitely don't. And
I don't
that's
tip.
another thing.
I want all my change. If they say it is $27.13, I want all of my change. I stand right there.
That's another thing. So that's what I'm saying about these 12 men, right? Becoming leaders in their community, right? Becoming block captains for the left and a block captain for the right. They're talking to each other. Now they're saying, listen, I know we're out here doing things we're not supposed to do. What can we do?
Thank you, Tanya.
What can we do to make this not be a problem? Right? Well, y'all can hustle in the alleyways. All right, well, we hustle in the alleyways. We ain't hustling out on Front Street no more in our communities, right? You want something, you got to get out your car, park it, and walk through. That's how it works, right? Or whatever, however that works. But things stop, man, and until we have communication with the right and the left, we don't know what the hell's going on. Our community continues to suffer. The right looks down on the left looks down on the right, and we fight over shit that doesn't even matter.
The crazy part is the 12 men that you were talking about, the leaders of those neighborhoods, talk to one another without the others knowing. Why do they keep the beef going? I don't know. We know a lot of people from these neighborhoods that have conversations with one another. I've seen them in pictures together, and I know for a fact they point and tell them what to do.
Right.
So why can't you point and tell them not today? Why can't we have a cease and desist order
ceasefire
for the
ceasefire.
whole city of Chester? Why can't we have where you can actually go to another neighborhood to visit your goddamn aunt,
right,
and not have to worry about getting jumped or shot?
Right.
Why can't you, being the oldest corner boy
right,
out there, say, hey, listen, not today.
Right.
Like Miss Mabel passed away, we gotta go up there and see Miss Mabel. We gotta pay our respects because she has been in this city forever.
Absolutely.
Why can't that happen? It has to be days of peace. It can't just be one day of peace.
It's ego.
When he said, when Barzy says, like, they put your face on the shirt, but your seed is about to be 5.
Right.
Have they dropped anything
Have
off
they dropped
on them?
anything off?
Nothing. 5 years old, you ain't seen that boy's son? Mm-mm. I'm like, come on.
It's not a request. It's not a demand. It's more of a. Man, I don't really care. I care. That's my man. I'm gonna wear a shirt. But it's like his son walk past, like, yo, what's up, Lil?
What's
you
up?
Keep it moving.
But
then they do it to their own kids. So like, what's the problem, right?
I said it to somebody up here. I said, as a matter of fact, I was on the phone with him and I said, well, seeing as though you so gung ho for him on social media, what about the kids?
Right.
Well, I do what I can. I said, well, what is that? Because clearly the kids aren't receiving what they should be receiving,
Absolutely.
and the mom is the only one out here doing it. Mm-hmm. How do I know? Because I see her.
Right.
I see her struggle. Well, when I can, I slide through. But you were on social media for the last 5 days.
Right.
Why? Did you send a check in that 5 days?
Absolutely.
If he passed away, did you help his mother with his service? When he went upstate or when he went to the county jail, did you help his mother or family pay for his attorney and or go see him? No, you didn't. So how do you get to say that this is your friend? I'm a friend. I'm gonna help with your kids. I'm gonna bring your kids with me. When I do things with my kids, I'm gonna buy what I can. I remember one of my best friends went to jail, and I asked his daughter mom, what did she need? And she said, how can you buy anything for my daughter when you got more kids than me? And I said, hey man, I'm gonna make it work.
Right.
She needed basketball sneakers. She's gonna get the fucking basketball sneakers. Right. You can't get it. Just because I have this amount of kids does not mean I don't have what's needed to help. I don't know. Can I order?
We got to bring the village back. We definitely got to do
What
that.
happened, Tanya?
And Tanya wants some crab fries.
Tanya, I'm closed.
Tip means to ensure prompt services. People must realize that tipping gets you noticed to the front of the line and included.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. I go in Uno's. Me and Hannah, we have a rapport. Not only is she my neighbor, but she also I ain't nobody else waiting on me. I watch Hannah bust her ass
Right.
to pay her bills over there where she live at. I was gonna say where she live at.
Right.
And I watch her, go to Widener to get an education, and I watch her go, and then I watch, and I'm sorry to say this, but I watch the black girl. She's just so nasty. She's sitting there. She don't want. Y'all need anything else? Don't suck your teeth at me. No, I don't. Here come Hannah. Hey, so would you guys like another Long Island iced tea? Yeah, you want strawberry, you want peach, you want raspberry? Okay, I got you.
Right.
Know me when I come in.
That's hard.
No, it's
That's
not.
hard.
No, it's not. I can tell you what.
I just want to say it's hard to, when you have a relationship, see, you and Hannah have a relationship, right or wrong. Y'all speak to each other. Y'all are nice to each other. So it's her job now that you know her first name, to know what you want. But for her to know everybody, that's absolutely hard.
Listen,
She knows everybody?
If you are a waitress, I can tell you your order. I can tell you what they saying in these comments right
Them
now.
crab fries.
And remember,
Right.
later on, like, all right, Tanya wanted crab cake and crab fries. Mark Francis said that he liked the crab fries. This, that, and the third. You remember, it becomes embedded in your head. You can hear other people's orders. So even when you go to the kitchen, you know, no, that's not what they said. They said X, Y, and Z.
Man, you got a great memory.
But that's in food service. That's in service, period. If you tell me, I hear what you're saying. And just because you think I'm not listening doesn't mean I'm not listening. When they come to you, Shell is a waitress. And she's a server. You hear what I'm saying? When Shell come to, she don't got no pen, she don't got no pad, but she know what all four people at the table ordered, who ordered extra, who ordered this on the side. She's a server. You should be tipping her for her service and not being mad because it's the black girl waiting on you. She is one of those people. A good bartender or waitress knows their regulars. Not even just their regulars though, Damon. They know anybody that come in. When you order something new, I don't have to keep coming back and asking you, what you order again? You need another Pepsi? Oh no, you said Coke, I'm sorry. Once I see you, once you order, I know what you have. Now I know my regulars, yeah, I know what they want. I can tell you this little girl called me every Thursday and Friday and ordered lemon pepper wings and crab fries with extra lemon pepper sauce delivered to her house. Every Thursday and Friday at 5 o'clock. I've never seen her in my life, but I know what she sounds like on the phone. I know who she is when she called. And that's that. But like, people don't want to tip when you know them. They don't want to tip. They don't want to tip because they feel as though I could have did this myself. Well, switch places with me. Let's go.
Let's go. I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, they do know what they want.
They know their regulars. They should know their regulars.
Child, listen.
Some of them was fucking the regular.
I know my bartender know what I want. When I come in, she be like, "You." But I'm a friendly person. Well, I am now. I'm a friendly
I'm about
person.
to say when.
So when I walk out, I'm like, "Hey, Bill."
Hold on,
They like, you.
When?
I'm a friendly person.
Since when?
Since now.
Since today?
No, I'm a very friendly person, period.
Since when?
I'm telling you one thing, it's hot.
It's cold in here. You know, I got shorts
It's
on.
hot in here. There's no air on in here.
The air is on?
No, not in here. It's
Yes,
not.
it is. You want to switch spots?
No.
Right. You know it's cold in there. It's not cold in there, but the air's blowing. Y'all be trying to make it seem like I've run a torture chamber.
I'm telling you, it's hot in here. It's these two big ass lights in front of me.
It's the lights. Right.
But I don't know. I just want these young men, and I told my son, I said, when you come home, I hope you see, like his cousins go pick up his daughters, like their dad, that his siblings go pick up his daughters. His dumb friends, they ain't even invited your daughters to a birthday party. They ain't even invited your daughter to like let's go to the park, call their mom or nothing. I applaud them. My daughter, I tell my daughter all the time, your two kids, that boy ain't have no friends. That boy, and I'll be like, I don't want them kids. I don't want my grandkids going with the other side of the family. I think they're gonna steal them. I'm petty. I don't like to share.
I mean, I can say,
Thank you, Damon.
well, I can't say I'm lucky. I have yet to ever lose any close friends. Right? I've lost associates. I've lost people that I deemed as associates, but like my brothers, like I've other than Chucky, right?
Yeah, but they went to jail though. Like, so are you looking out for their family while they in jail?
Damn right. No, I'm looking out for him while he in jail, right? And I tell his people, keep y'all money. I'll make sure his books are straight. I was sending my man $400 a month, right? You got $100 a week. You don't need nobody else to send you nothing. You need a TV or something like that. Let your wife worry about the family. I got you. All right, bro. For real, seriously.
I've had people tell me, "Don't send me. Go check on her."
Right.
Like my son. So he needed a couple of things, and they were like ticket items, the $100 or more. And he like, nah, take that over there to the girl's mom and give that to her, and I'll work this out over here.
Right.
So I've had the total opposite, but I gotta make sure my son is good too, because he's not gonna be in there asking anybody for anything.
For nothing. You don't want him in there not having anything or even knowing what it feels like to go to bed hungry or somebody even offering him a soup. I'm good.
My son had a store. I don't understand it.
What you mean you don't understand it?
I didn't get it. I said, how do you have a store? He was like, well, you sent me the $150. I brought what I needed with that.
Right.
I brought extra. Somebody else needed it. I sold it to them for 2 for $1.
Right.
What the hell?
2 for $1, and then you end up having the store. Right.
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
My kid's father, he ain't hungry. Believe that. He ain't hungry. He's straight. He got everything that he need. And if
Talking to your microphone, man.
I
Stop
thought I
backing up.
was talking into my microphone.
Back up and
he got everything that he need, and if he do need anything else, he gonna get that too. I don't play that. I don't ask nobody for no handouts. Don't come thinking I'm coming and asking for something. No, he need $50. He got $50 on his books. I don't know why he would say, why anybody was like, yeah, he called me and asked for some money. That's a lie, because he get a check every week just like my son. I'm telling you, I'm broke.
You're not broke.
I know, but still, it's
hard.
principle.
It's hard.
But I just want people to understand. I want them to have a better understanding that these people do not love you as much as they display they do while you're around. I want people to love me more when I'm not around. I want you to tell them why they support me while I'm not around. Don't tell them why they support me while I'm standing in your face.
So let's say
because they're trying to
no
get something.
one has taught these children how to support their brothers when they're locked up or how to be good fathers. Let's say the men of our community, right, have been dogged out and pushed out and ran out and have there are cases where the men are wrong for the way they treat their children and the moms, right? So let's just say we could start this all over again and not even worry about, we could talk to the fathers, we can get the fathers more aligned with their children, we could talk to the mothers, right, and say, all right, how much do you need a month, right, without going to child support? We could talk to people. Again, communication is key. We could talk to people and get them to understand the errors of their ways. Can they really fix themselves? Are they willing to fix themselves?
Whatever Dante.
Are they willing to come together and create a community? Because we don't have that right now. What we have are neighborhoods, right? And that's why kids are scared to walk from the west side to the east side, because it's not a community. See, when we were coming up, it still had that energy of a community, right? You know, you could go over here and this person knew your mom. Your mom, hey, what you doing over here, boy? Oh, I'm going to see such and such. And you get home to your mom. Why was you over? Huh? Right.
You heard what I said.
then you had the sneaky ones that wouldn't speak to you, that'll call your mom. I just saw your son over on 9th Street. You know, I didn't want to let him know that I saw him. So, you know, just let him know to be careful. There were people that cared. Right, and then as you know, the crack epidemic hit, and we began to distrust each other. Then people started stealing, and we were told by the people that were in charge that drug dealers were the worst possible criminals in our community. Right, and then we began to distrust. It was a war on drugs. If you don't have a war on anything, that the person on the other side isn't the worst possible person.
I can't.
But we got pedophiles and rapists and everything else in the community, and it's like,
Did you read that article where they are offering the sex offenders 50% less in sentence if they take the COVID vaccine?
If they're offering the 50%, they need to free all the drug dealers,
All
the non-violent drug dealers.
So did you see it on Instagram where they are offering sex offenders? They said the jails are populated with 15% of sex offenses. Sexual misconduct, rape, sexual molestation, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And they're offering them a 50% reduced sentence if they take the vaccine.
As long as they get an impotent shot so the dicks don't get hard no more.
I don't think they should be allowed to give it, the period.
I say cut it off.
I think that the world is coming to, like, I don't know. What
You think the world's coming to an end?
It's coming to a part where we're understanding things that we should crucify. We're being understanding two things that we should crucify, and we're crucifying things that we should be understanding too. Because I feel as though if someone, to know from coming from a low poverty area, I know why certain people sold drugs. I know why they did X, Y, and Z, why they got jobs at low paying jobs just so they can help at home because they didn't have enough food, or why they tried to sell weed, and I'm very understanding to that.
Right.
But I can't understand why a grown-ass man would rape a 6-year-old girl. That's not understanding to me. I sent you a thing on Instagram where it said the dad killed the man who raped his 6-year-old daughter. He went to him and, had a conversation with him, and the man's reply was, I didn't rape her, she wanted it. She was 6. And he did 13 years in jail. But once he was dead, they went and they checked his house and they searched it. They found he had raped 11 other little girls under the age of 10 and recorded it. And when he got out after 13 years, it's based off a true story. When he got out after 13 years, he felt good about himself. Like, he didn't feel like he had taken a life that wasn't worth taking. And at first, his wife and daughter were angry with him, but when they realized, like, he was raping these kids that was coming over with his daughter, it was like a wow moment, like, you saved us. So, like, he should have had a reduced sentence, but that man should have went to jail, because when the cops went to question him, they said he didn't have enough evidence to arrest him. I'm like, how much more evidence do you need? A 6-year-old said that he did something to me that he wasn't supposed to do. I'm just like, I don't know, but they're offering a 50% reduced sentence for sex offenders if they take the COVID vaccine. So, and then I read another stat about the COVID vaccine. Pierre just over there, I don't know what he's reading, y'all. So I read another stat about the COVID vaccine and said, why is this vaccine free if it's important to humanity? Why isn't insulin and high blood pressure medication made free if it saves lives? Nope, he didn't hear what I said.
Well, it takes a lot to be the type of man that I am. And I spaz out.
Don't spaz out.
I'm sorry.
Then I tell you, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Stop letting people, ruffle your feathers and come
What
into
you
your
saying?
store. They said that the COVID vaccine is free
Right?
because it's important to save society.
So
But why isn't insulin and high blood pressure
I saw that post the
medication?
other day.
You saw it?
But see,
It's the truth though, right?
it's the absolute truth.
Why is insulin not free?
Because it makes money. Why
So
haven't
the
they?
COVID vaccine should be making money now.
So
too,
it's
right?
like every disease. Once you look at behind the white coat of doctors and those people, you understand there's more money to treat the disease than it is to cure it, right? If they have a pill that completely makes AIDS undetectable and it cannot be passed because it's undetectable, guess what? They can cure it. But guess what happens when you cure something? That person don't need you no more. Right? That literally that person, if you can make AIDS to the point where that person can have sex and not unprotected sex and not give it to someone else, it's basically cured. But you're not going to wipe it all the way out because you need that person to continue to come back and forth and get it. Right? And I apologize to everybody for the I'm sorry. But there's more money in the cure. There's more money in the treatment than the cure. The cure just takes that person right off the map. You don't have to worry about that person anymore. So they will continue to charge for, chemotherapy, insulin. That money that makes us money. This is where we get all our money from. We don't get any money from curing it, but they can cure everything. Dr. Sabian.
I think that's unfair though. I think that's unfair to, because I think anything that's free is not for me. So again, the vaccine. I walked in the store the other day, right? I forgot my mask because I was lunching.
And the lady asked you if you were vaccinated?
No.
Oh.
So the guy moved away from me. I said, "What you moving away from me for? I got vaccinated." But it was so funny because guess what they said?
What?
Oh, okay. I said, oh, so anybody without a mask can just say they got it. I said, boy, I ain't get fucking vaccinated. I forgot my goddamn mask. I went back to the car. got my mask, and came back. And he was just like, I was like,
Yeah.
everybody who's walking around without a mask is just tired of walking around with the mask
Not me.
on.
I enjoy walking around with a mask.
I'm fine with it. Apparently, 2 people got away with murder in Philadelphia because they had the mask
Right.
on.
See? And now that's, come on now.
Listen, this is the world that we live in now.
fucking God.
They got away with it. They couldn't identify them. They had on glasses and a mask.
So then they're going to make you take your mask off.
Now they're gonna make you take your mask off again.
Right.
But so they're saying that that we are at 69% vaccinated in the United States. Counting the jails, we have 69% vaccination rate going on right now. I think it's 69%, but I don't know.
69. So and
I
that's-
want you to stop reading your text messages.
I'm not reading my text messages. I'm trying to find some different
I'm gonna
things.
take his
Right?
phone during this.
So in Minneapolis yesterday, city workers removed the barricades in George Floyd Square at the intersection of 38th and Chicago in South Minneapolis, where George Floyd was murdered by former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. Community representatives oversaw the removal of flowers, artwork, and various sized barriers and shacks. The well-known first sculpture will remain in the middle of the intersection, a city spokesman said. It's a fist. How you feel about that?
Well, I'm not too into memorials being placed on the streets, so
Right.
I'm not totally against that, as long as they did it with respect and not just came in with a dump truck and picked it up and moved it.
Right.
However, my main concern is that Chauvin has put in a petition to have either time served and released or probation because of the state of America. How did he word it? I said
Derek
it
Chauvin's
better.
lawyers asking for a lighter sentence and proposed probation instead of more jail time over Chauvin's murder conviction and the death of George Floyd. Chauvin wants the court to consider him a product of a
his
broken system. He faces a maximum of 75 years in prison, which to me isn't a whole lot of time for him.
Well, he's going to die before 75 years. But here's my thing. I think we discussed this the last time when we were talking about the verdict, and I believe I said I don't see him doing any time at all. He's there now. We
No,
as
he
Black
can't.
America,
That can't
we
happen.
as Black America,
We gotta stop talking
have,
about these things. We okay these things to happen.
It's not okay.
It is, but you can't talk about it.
So let me
Like,
ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Did we talk about George Floyd and Derek Chauvin yesterday?
No.
How about the day before?
No.
How about last week?
Yes.
Did we talk about him last week?
Yes.
Oh, because it was the anniversary. So
Right.
how about the week before that?
Yes.
How about no, we didn't.
We at least talk
We didn't talk about him since
out of the 3 days that we're live, we at least give 10 minutes to Derek Chauvin.
No, we don't, bro.
Well, guess what? Now we're going to.
Good, because
10 minutes.
If we don't, people will forget and they will look at it like, wow, he's still in jail, or wow, he came home. Just like we talked about the Fruitville station officer. Never knew he only did 2 years in jail and then was allowed to come home and he got a reduced sentence. Nobody never knew that. All they knew was, oh, wow, a cop went to jail and that was it. Nobody ever keeps up on the same exact thing with these boys that die in the streets. After 48 hours, after they go to jail or
But
after
why?
they die,
Is that our
it's no
fault?
longer a concern about. Yes, it is our fault because it needs to be important every day.
So-
we have to stop looking at things while it's in the limelight, while everybody is feeling that way, meaning the whole entire United States,
Right.
blacks and whites.
Right.
We have to remind ourselves in our community, this to us is the most important day. Every day is important to us. No, we just really, really, really look at it like, okay, oh, he got found guilty.
Right.
We ain't even worrying about the conviction. All we know is what he's looking at. And that's because CNN posted it again.
Right.
Once CNN stopped talking about it, we stopped talking about it. Blacks forget about what's important to blacks so fast because it's not personally affecting them that it's a shame. I really want to smack his legal team. So the legal team is doing their job. They found that man. They found a picture of that man way before the trial started at a Black Lives Matter convention and went and used it after he was convicted. That man said he never had been a part of the Black Lives Matter thing. When he was at a Martin Luther King march, and it wasn't a Black Lives Matter situation, and they're now using him as why they shouldn't have never convicted him in the first place because he was already a prejudice. That's not fair. But black people don't look at it that way. Black people don't see it how important it is every day. We saw the fight for George Floyd to be more important than it was the fight for Nakis, who died at the same time, or Little Ricky, who died a couple months before. And I'm talking about Chester residents. We didn't think that those young men deserved justice here in our own city, and just because they weren't killed by a cop. That's not fair. They were under the age of 18, had more life ahead of them, but yet and still, we were out here protesting, rioting, destroying properties over George Floyd, a man we have never met. I'm pretty sure every citizen of Chester, at some way, form, or fashion, came in contact with Nakis. Everybody. Nobody fought for that baby. Nobody thought that his life meant more to anything to say, hey, I saw that boy jump the fence or that girl jump the fence.
I think for the very first time, people spoke up. You have
they were scared at first.
You have over 9 to 10 witnesses that can sit there and say.
After they convicted. After
they
arrested.
Nobody. They ain't even been to trial yet.
After they arrested.
No.
The
affidavit of probable cause is before arrest. You need an affidavit of probable cause. You need to talk to the witnesses. The witnesses came forward.
Not all of them, because they was out here snapping, saying, how can you say you didn't see who ran through your yard? And that was because they were scared.
We snapped prematurely too many
so?
times. Absolutely. Too many people snap prematurely, and it's like, yo, they're working on it. They have to put it together. So first was the cameras, right? From the cameras, then you go to the cop. From the cop, then you go to the where it happened at, right? You have to. If you don't take those steps, you miss shit. So you have to start at the beginning. And I think sometimes you just gotta let shit play out. Yeah, it has taken way too long for Ramaj. You understand what I'm saying? And people were out there. People looked at the people that were in the car,
who did it,
right?
And don't have enough evidence.
It has taken way too long for anybody that has died over a year ago, 2 years ago, right? It has become a cold case because the people that were outside, the people that saw the person that did it, don't want to come and testify. Oh, I ain't no snitch. You're not snitching. But you are a witness at that point. You are a witness, and I say too many people. We're all complicit in saying I'm not no snitch. Because we all try to sell drugs, we all move the bag or drop something off to our uncle. So we all have done things that aren't necessarily right.
But see, we have done it. We're not doing it now. At some point in time, I gotta be that person that says, I don't want this to be my son. So I have to help get as many people off the street that are attempting to do these things as possible. Even if it's my son. If it's my son that's out here destroying the community, he needs to sit down before I have to lay him down permanently.
Absolutely.
I want my son to have life. I don't want to walk around life mourning someone who should have buried me.
Oh,
these mothers don't think, these families don't think like that. The one mom said, I will call my son. You know who he is. You know he's a shooter. And I'm thinking, damn, you got life insurance? I hope you do. And I always talk about that. One mom said, don't worry about what my son doing. I got it. He's insured. Because she knew where he was going. She walked up to the car where he was deceased at and said, I can go home and go to sleep. Because now I don't have to worry about the calls waking me up in the middle of the night because I knew what my son was out here doing. The police wasn't doing their job to arrest him. But now I can rest.
Why she ain't turn him in?
It was her only child.
So you'd rather even be dead than to turn him in?
She knew what was going to happen to him. Whether he went to jail or not, she knew what was going to happen to him.
He can go to jail and change. He can go to jail.
No. He went to jail, got jumped. He went to jail, they jumped him, beat him, sent him to the infirmary. I can go on and on.
Well, he has to accept responsibility for the things that he did.
And he did.
Right.
And he did, and he didn't bring it to his mother's door. He didn't live with her. He didn't go see her. But when they called him, she used to be like, every time my phone rang, anytime after midnight, I thought it was the call. You can't live like that. She was a woman who always said, he's insured. I'm not going to have to put a bucket up to bury him.
Yeah, that's no
If
real
you
way to
know
live.
which, it's not a way to live, but if you have understanding, my grandmother knew what my father and his brothers was into.
Absolutely.
And she told them, that's on y'all. You go to jail, I don't answer the phone. I don't come with different stuff. It's not me. I'm not paying for a lawyer. You out here doing your dirt, you better be able to pay for the dirt that you're doing. That's how my grandmother was. These moms today, they're not like that. These aunts, these grandmoms, they're not like that. They're not the type that's going to say that.
Drew Free. And I agree with you, Damien, right? That's crazy. She was cool with him being dead, right? And
It wasn't that
And
she was cool with it. You got to understand as a mom, and I'm going to tell you this. I've raised my son not to be in the streets. I've raised my son to go to school, get an education, go to work, do whatever it is he's on the right path. I never thought that my son would be arrested with a gun that was unlicensed to him. I never thought that in my life. I beat it in him. I would beat him today at the age that he is right now. So I can't say that she would rather see him dead. She just knew what his fate was. And it wasn't nothing she could do but to continue to pray and hope that he was forgiven for his sins. I would never think that my son would be out here in the mix of some beef that he never even lived in a project for. He never even lived in a bad neighborhood for. So how are you beefing with somebody or beefing over somebody else? I never thought that about my son.
Because beefing gives you status.
He don't have no status.
What you
He
mean?
ain't got no status.
What do you mean?
He my son. He ain't got no damn status, and I will pull up, like I said, this is where we hanging at today.
So it might not give you status or
Ain't
give
got no
him
goddamn
status with
status.
you, but he has status amongst his peers, right? Things drop down, right? Where it's like amongst his peers, he has status. So he has to behave a certain type of way to keep that status going. We know how it was when we were younger. You know, the Joker that was wild and crazy,
Thank you,
right?
Dante.
He got the status for that, right? There is very little. Appreciate that, bro. There's very little that we can do to change the way we understand each other or the way, but we have to look at when we were younger, right? The people that were crazy were respected. The people that made money were respected. The people that were hustlers were respected. The people that were nerds, fuck that nerd. You know what I'm saying? The people, like, so we have to say that, damn, they're dealing with the same things, right now. It's just that now we have nerds trying to be hustlers. Right, we have nerds trying to be killers, and then you go to jail and you sit in that joint and you done.
Exactly, but see, you're waiting for the call because you know what they're out there doing. We know what most of them are out here doing, or we can assume that they're not doing anything. These moms would never, and most moms that I know, some moms that I know, because I got to stop using the word most. Right. I was told. Some moms that I know don't know what their kids are out there doing. But once they do know, it's like you on your own. I got a family member that can't come to my house.
Well, you got to send them away.
Don't come to my house.
You got to go
Don't
away.
even come on my street. I don't want to see. Don't speak to me on the street corner, nothing. I'm going to love you from afar, and I'm going to pray for you daily. I don't want you at my house.
What's wrong with
You're
sending-
not going to jeopardize me.
What's wrong with sending your kid to Job Corps?
Do they even still have
they still have
Job
Job
Corps?
Corps.
See, they don't offer. Before the high schools will offer it. The kids don't. They're not
They don't
offered
offer it-
these
they don't
opportunities.
offer it here.
They used to offer it here.
Right, they used to offer it here, but then they stopped.
Why?
Right? Because it was working.
Oh.
Anything that works, they're gonna stop it. It wasn't supposed to work, right? So but they have other instances where you can send your kid to Hershey. He can go to Hershey, go to school, right? If you feel like your child is uncontrollable and you can't, then you have to send him to a military school, right? Send him away, because if you don't send him away to get that fatherly love or real, because we can sit here and say everything that's in this situation, everything that we consider to be good is really bad, and everything that we consider to be bad is really fucking good, right? You talk like a white boy, so I don't fool with you, but because he's educated, you don't fool with him, right? Or you're going to college.
It ain't even got to be educated. He just talks properly. That's all.
That's educated, though. You can't
No.
talk proper without being educated.
I know a lot of people who haven't gone past 6th grade and they still talk properly.
No.
I swear.
And come on now.
I'm telling you.
Why you always got to throw the rat in the bag?
Cause
I don't
you
want
can't
the rat
say
in
that.
the bag.
But
You
can't
can say that.
No, you can't say
You
that.
can say that.
No.
You say a lot of shit. Do I
So-
stop you?
No.
Well, then what the fuck? Why you always stopping
because
me?
I know people who talk properly and not educated.
This is, you know what? This is your show. I'm going.
What you going over there arguing on your text messages?
Yeah, I'm arguing on my text messages.
Oh my God. They tell them they gotta pay what you asking for, and that's that.
No,
but
they
no, people don't want to deal with people who have the straight and narrow. They don't want to be friends with them. But everybody should have one of those type of friends.
Everybody, you should have one of those type of friends, and then you should become one of those fucking friends. Why have one if you're not going to take on? Listen, if you have a friend that's excelling in school and doing the right things, follow him, follow her. Right, be like her. Don't be like the bitch over there in the corner that's fucking and sucking and the nigga that's robbing and selling every damn thing. Go be like, man, I wish I wasn't that friend. I wish I had a friend like me. right? That sit there and say, nah, bro, we gotta get this schoolwork done. Nah, bro, we gotta make sure we go to school tomorrow. Nah, bro, we gotta make sure we trying to help and uplift our family. I thought I was, but I wasn't. I was weighing them down. Right? It wasn't until I went to therapy, and I mean, therapy changed my whole perspective. I was still a little fucked up. It was still some things in there that was fucked up, and I still make some decisions right now, today, that are fucked up. But I know that I take accountability for them joints. Like, yeah, I fucked that up, bro. Like, I did that. I did that.
But how long did it take you to do that, though?
It took me 24 years. My father died when I was 12 years old. My father was strict. I wasn't allowed outside. I didn't have a whole lot of friends. You know, I was Jean-Pierre. I was in the house. I was reading. Right, and when he died, I dropped the book, the reading book that I had in my hand, boom, and I ran outside. Mm-hmm. And for every year he was gone, I learned the lesson about friends, about trusting friends. I had a friend, I trusted him. He stole from my mom. He did all types of things, right? Got locked up. He left me, right? He stole a gun from me. So many things, but I considered you my friend. So then it was like, I don't have no friends. After that, I had no friends. I had associates. I had people I was cool with. I go down on the west side, and those are my brothers down there. You feel me? Mike, Scrap. You feel me? I go down on Jeffrey Street, hang out with them. I ain't got to be a hustler down here. I'm just down here with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what they were doing. And maybe I got lost, and I lost myself, and I started playing around. I started hanging with the chicks, and I started, oh, yeah, damn, this is cool. You feel me? And I forgot who I really was. It wasn't until I was 36 where he said, grow the fuck up. Like, literally, in that moment, someone that I did not know from a can of paint told me that the last 24 years of my life, I've been acting as a child. I have not been giving myself any challenges. I haven't been challenging myself. I haven't been asking myself these questions. I haven't been reading any new books. I became comfortable where I was, and that wasn't good.
How do we make these kids, these
It starts at home. It starts with as much as we say.
We always say it starts at home, but how about they never knew? They never.
So then say that. If you don't say you never knew, how do I know you never knew? I don't know. I'm thinking you got the same thing I got. That's how we look at these people that are coming into our community now trying to help us out. And listen, the radio station came in. Jim McLaughlin has come into the radio station and showed me what a true business I know. Nobody ever came in here and tried to help me like that. Nobody, not even my own people. They just sit there and look at it.
How can somebody help you with something they don't know?
Right, but you understand business, right?
Everybody don't really understand business.
So then say that. Say you don't understand business, but there are so many people in the community that are moving, that are business minded, that could come in and say, P, listen.
So hold on. How about the people in the community that are hustlers and they're good savers, but they're not business minded? How about they made mistakes? That's why they're still here in the city, attempting to build whatever it is that they have. Okay. So we assume that we hang around people who own businesses, and I'm putting up air quotes, who own businesses.
Why are you putting up air quotes?
Because
they might not own them.
Somebody once said it was a hobby. So how about they own these businesses, but they're still stagnant in the same muddy water they was once in. Right. And then, but it looks good from the outside. You don't really know what's going on the inside of them. Right. So when he came in and he started telling you how to format this as a business, it was because he had already made all the mistakes he was going to make. Right. He's now on the successful side of a business. Right. He no longer has entitled people close to him. So here we are at a point in life now where when you are a business person and they say be around business like people so that you all can evolve, you have to be around somebody who already has the food chain. Right. You have to be around somebody who has multiple businesses and you can actually see that they're increasing in revenue. Because if I had to look at some of the businesses that I stand around, I'm gonna be like, we all gonna fail. Right. And it would be my own opinion, but somewhere it would be the truth. Absolutely. Because a lot of people think that because they made money today, they can spend it tomorrow. They don't know that they had to reinvest it back into their business. They don't know about going broke, being hungry, and making sure the business is open tomorrow. They don't know anything about that, losing sleep, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a new idea. You know, when I take part in my hobbies, it's 3, 4, or 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when I'm up making a new dish. It wakes me up out my sleep. I go in the kitchen and I get busy. If
it doesn't wake you up out of your sleep, it's not real, right? If you're not if you're sleeping and you don't wake up and say, "Damn, let me try this," and you don't run down to wherever you do your thing at, I come down here 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and be like, "Yo, let me see. Oh, damn, I can do that." Right? All right, we're gonna incorporate that in the new show, like literally. But if it doesn't wake you up out of your sleep, if it doesn't drive you to want to get it done, man, just leave it alone. It's really a hobby. It's not a business. It's not what you want to do. It's not your lifeblood. It's not your passion. It's not your purpose. It hasn't been spoken to you by God. God is not waking you up and saying, yo, man, get this shit done.
Yeah, and that be a bad thing. Like, people think that you do it, I can do it. If you doing it, I can do it. You're absolutely right. You can.
Right.
We're not going to do it the same.
No, we're not.
It's not going to have the same outcome. However, because you're doing it, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to waste 6 years of my life doing exactly what you're doing when it was something I never wanted to do. I just wanted to do it because I seen you do it. The monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
Monkey see, monkey do syndrome.
Right.
So then you have to look at it like this. I lost a lot of sleep attempting to do this. And every day I woke up, I did it differently because yesterday wasn't as successful as it was today. But you didn't see that. You didn't know that because you saw me show up.
Right.
And showing up is half the battle. But other people on the outside looking in, I've never seen so many. I've never seen the radio station before I was arguing with you on 7th Street. Never knew Chester had a radio station. Didn't even know Widener had a radio station over there. Knew nothing about anything, right? And then I learned all of these things after coming up here and sitting with you and then seeing people come through. And then they leaving. And I'm like, where'd they go? Here they are over here trying to do what you are doing over here instead of helping you build this, and then everybody can do it if that's their choice. And I'm saying to you, like, why do you keep letting them in? Why do you keep letting them in? You like, hey, man, I mean, if they want to come, I gave a voice to the voiceless. This is what I'm doing. And I'm looking at you like, so at what point in time do you get to rest and you get to eat and you get to do all of these things and they get to say or give homage pay homage to you?
Not yet. I don't know how long that journey is going to last, right? It could take 10 years, right? It could take 5. It could take 6. I don't know how long that journey is, but it's coming together. I think it's coming together nicely, right?
It is.
Is there more stress on my head? Absolutely, right? Is there more duties and more bills? And every time I turn around, I done gained a new bill. Like, damn, well, I need that.
The more money you make, the more bills you definitely have.
God damn.
You definitely have.
But when I say this to people, I'm like, yo, like every 6 months, like things got to go up, right? Bills got to go up because I was already charging you like nothing to be here, right? And if I see we need to grow, we can still be in that same room, and I could be charging everybody the same and make a profit, like literally in that one room. And I kind of understand what Chuck was saying. Yo, we don't have to move. We don't have to move. We could keep it here. Let's just get better equipment. We can do it here. Like and I'm like, nah, I like that room. Like we need that room. That room is a radio station.
I think I didn't like that he said to stay in one space.
I mean, I get it.
When a business is big, when a business is bigger, it outgrows the space.
Right. Absolutely.
So.
But everybody doesn't see it from that point of view, right? Everybody sees it from the profit point of view. We need to make money. We need to stay afloat. And right now it's like, yo, like I kind of understand where you're at. Like
no, because you when you limit yourself to that small space, you limit what you can give.
Right.
So now you can give multiples. Like
Right.
you're not just giving one person the opportunity to run a show.
Absolutely.
You have several spaces now where you can give multiple people the opportunity to do it at one time.
Right.
So standing in that one room, you would have been stuck with one space, one person, one opportunity.
Right.
So I didn't like that. He didn't see the growth. This was a hobby for him.
Right.
That's my opinion. I don't care who don't like it.
Right.
It was a hobby for him. It wasn't something that he saw. But then once he left, he realized, wow, I'm pretty sure he realized, wow, what he was saying was the truth. I wasn't willing to listen to him because I felt as though he wasn't where I was in the world because he still worked a 9 to 5
Right.
every single solitary day.
Right.
But when you try to run your own and work a 9 to 5, you got to slack on one of them. So you're going to get fired from the job that's paying you or you're going to lose the job that you want to be paid.
I'd rather quit than get fired.
I'd rather quit too.
Now, fuck you.
Glad you moved out to a bigger space.
I bet you are. We're not going to mention Charles Barkley on this show. Same person who tried to limit your situation went and tried to have Facebook on his own thing and fail. He didn't fail. He's doing an excellent job, bro. We're not talking like that.
Dante.
There are so many people that have so many skills, and maybe your skills are set for that. That's I don't wish, and that's another thing. Like I was saying about the LeBron James situation. Like for the first time in 14 years, he's not playing. That's 14 years. Like, can you stay consistent 14 years? Can you not cheat on your wife for 14 years? Can you not cheat on your husband for 14 years? Can you be consistent at your game for 14 years and win a couple championships and not be considered the best? But when you fail, like everybody's on top of you. Oh man, you suck, man. You ain't shit, man. He was crying. That's how he plays his game. That's how he manipulates
that's sports though.
Everywhere.
That's sports.
Everywhere.
He had to expect that because I like Steph Curry better than I like him.
Why?
So he had because I do.
Steph is a bum. He shoots threes all day.
He's not a bum.
I remember back in the day, they harped on me for always wanting to shoot threes, and my threes were butter.
Okay, well now.
Man, you too big to be shooting threes. No, I'm not.
You're too big.
No,
to
I'm
shoot
not.
threes.
Now everybody
Steph
shoots
Curry
threes.
is
Now
not shooting threes.
centers are shooting threes. Everybody shooting
Well,
threes.
Ben
Joel
Simmons
Embiid shoots threes, and Ben Simmons can't make a fucking foul shot.
That's
Situation is ass. Yo, you shot the
that's
fuck
right,
up, bro.
Dante. I said what I said. But
y'all
still,
shut
don't worry. Don't listen. All I'm saying is, whatever it is that you choose to do it. I went in Dunkin' Donuts this morning, and there was a few black business owners in there.
Right.
And I walked in there, I'm like, good morning, my same old cheerful self. Good morning. Of course, the guy behind the counter already knows what I come for, so I don't even have to tell. I just wait my turn at the register. So I say, hey, you got such and such. So another person in there says, oh, do you got, like, it only takes to spark a conversation. I said, now, why I have y'all here? Can I get a scholarship? Like, can I get a little, like, $500 come August for my daughter for a scholarship? Like, and they looking at me, I'm like, shit, you ain't know he had that? Like, but I was joking. I honestly was joking, but people really look at you like, I can't believe you asked. You fucking right, I asked. And if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it.
I'm gonna take it.
And you're going to make the check out to the university. But still, like, I go in there, like I said, I went to Louis Vuitton store and asked them, did they have layaway?
And they
Yes,
said,
I am.
yes, we do.
We do. Ma'am, I'm sorry. But, my whole thing is, like, be supportive of others and others will support you. Don't be that type of person in business. Don't think that because I did it, you can do it. Especially if you're not going to ask me how I did it. So I can tell you, shit, you see my knees? I done scuffed them up a couple times. I done tripped, I done fell, I done bumped my head, I done broke my ankle trying to do this, trying to stand up and stand fast. I did a lot of stuff along the way, but I did it. It was in me to do it. I gave up. I gave up last night. But when I woke up this morning, I said,
Let's go.
these lights ain't going to pay themselves.
They damn sure ain't.
This ain't going to happen by itself. So, but don't be that person that be like, shit, I said I wanted to do it and I did it. That's it. That's all it took. Oh, so you just started yesterday and today you at the top of your food chain. Okay,
Absolutely.
well show me. And then I fumble in your hands. No. Just be honest about what you're doing. Tell people it's not easy. Let them know that things can go wrong. Make them understand that, some days I had to pay a bill instead of buying food for my house.
Right.
Stuff like that. Like, I
Some days
sacrificed
I had to go
a lot.
hungry, right? Some days I had to go without. Some days
I ain't going hungry.
the station was more important than me.
Black Business Bazaar, June 12th, 12 to 5 at the Leak Center. Support us.
Yes. That's Lakeisha Okola. Who said that?
That's Miss Deneen.
Miss Deneen? Absolutely, man. But you can't give up. So we got a prom coming up or a ball?
The SAR Ball.
Okay. What's up with that?
It's August the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
The tickets are on sale now. I
Right.
believe the cheapest ticket is $125
A piece?
per person.
How
It
much is
comes
the
with-
most expensive ticket?
I think it's $150 for VIP or $175 for VIP. It might be $100 and then $150. I don't know, but I think it's a great thing because people want to get dressed at this moment. And prom season in the city of Chester makes everybody want to get dressed. And it's not too many things going on now because of COVID. And we've always said that we were going to have an adult prom here in the city and, put on a show, whatever.
I'm just wearing a tux.
I sent Grayson Taylor my dress.
I'm just getting a tux.
I sent her my dress.
Maybe I'll get a suit.
So shout out to Rashad.
I'm gonna get a
the
suit.
Story by Rashad.
I'm gonna get a tailored fucking suit. That's what I'm gonna get.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You wearing black?
Of course.
Why?
Because that's what I wear.
Why you
It
gotta-
looks good on me.
Ain't nobody trying that shit.
It's $120 admission, $150 VIP. Thank
Why
you,
ain't
Bruce.
Desar send us no information?
So he called on the phone the other morning and said everything to me, right? But I was so excited.
Somebody tag him in this post right now for me, please.
Let me tell him to get on. I'm gonna call him.
He got to come up here and talk about it, man.
I'm gonna call him on the phone. That's all.
Shit. So August 28th, the prime, the ball, not the prime, the adult prime.
It's considered a brawl.
No, she ain't.
Yes, I mean, I ain't listening to you, Sarita.
What if you don't answer?
All right, call back because we need a meeting. He said he gonna call right back. Yes. So I got a reason to rent a Tesla again. I'm just saying it's a dope event. People have already started cashing up him his money, for the event and everything. And I mean, like our
I want
city,
VIP. What comes with VIP?
drinks, food. Well, all it comes anyway, but it's a VIP section. Me, Dante, what the hell you mean?
P, who you taking as your date? Who I'm taking as my date? Not for T. Not for T said.
Listen, I'm wearing black. Jabri Reeves, you rich. Yes, so I don't know, but shout out to the SAR for that. It is August the 28th. I believe the doors open at 7. It's gonna be a dope event from what he was saying. It is gonna be at the Elevations Ballroom. They got valet parking, butler style servicing. Hey man, listen, if you know what I know, you'll be there because I'm gonna be there. P gonna be there. Jabri gonna be there. Rita gonna be there.
I think we're gonna be interviewing people.
Well, he does have a media section, but I ain't interviewing nobody. I'm off.
I'm not. Oh, so you know they gonna really say, y'all, never mind.
I don't care what they say. I honestly, I stopped caring what people had to say about me being friends with guys a long time ago. Because if I kept wondering about that, I'd be in a lot more mess. Like, if you think that, then that's all on you, sister girl. I was rooting for you, dumbass. That's how I feel about people who think that because I'm friends with guys, that I gotta be messing with them. I got my best male friend. She had to get it together. I had to tell his woman, you got to get it together, sweetheart, because I'm out here rooting for you. Like, I'm a cheerleader.
But you ain't rooting for me. You fucking him.
If I see him doing something, I kind of sort of be like, hey listen,
bro, chill.
I gotta go home.
Right.
Stuff like that. Like, no. So, appreciate me standing in the gap. I have respect for relationships these days.
No, people don't appreciate that.
That's because those people don't know how to be friends with the opposite sex because they think it's always about sex. They don't understand. My relationship with the guys that I hang around or talk to on the phone or whatever we do is different. It's not about sexual. It's nothing sexual about it. And if they don't like it, oh well, come see me and don't say nothing to them. Say something to me. That's all I'm saying.
You heard it.
Ask me why I'm hanging out with them, so I could be like, girl, let me tell you.
Right, let's break down this news and then get into this topic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The White House has joined states like Delaware in promoting giveaways and incentives to get Americans vaccinated. President Joe Biden has declared the month of June as National Month of Action, aiming to get 70% of the United States vaccinated by July 4th. Philly, New Jersey, and Delaware still haven't met that goal, but these incentives could help its numbers. So what are they giving out for incentives? Everything.
A little bit of everything.
Right, a little bit of everything.
Somebody won $1 million. Some young man won a full 4-year scholarship to college.
Wow.
Like they got different franchises giving out stuff. The airports are offering you a year worth of flights for free, but you're going to a pool.
How are they giving you all of these things?
To get this vaccine. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it even scarier. Like, I'm not putting my name in the hat. And now they started to offer it after most of the people had already
How about all
gotten
the people that already got it?
They're not in the hat.
You should have waited.
They're not in the hat.
Right. I'm trying to wait till they come to you personally to say, here, we'll give you $1 million. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. It's a game. All right. According to census data, the two most recent rounds of stimulus checks that caused food shortages and financial instability to drop by more than 40%. This drop within households that reported financial hardships was sharpest in December and April. During the same period, financial instability dropped by 45% and anxiety and depression fell by 20%. Starting this July, the child tax credit will be distributed in the form of monthly cash payments to families with children, $300 for each child under 6 years old and $250 for each child 6 to 17 throughout the end of the year.
Say that again.
Starting this July, the child tax credit will be distributed in a form of monthly cash payments to families with children, $300 for each child under 6 years old and $250 for each child 6 through 17 through the end of the year.
So they're going to send me this in a check.
They're going to send it to your bank account just like they sent the stimulus and all
So
that.
they're going to send it to me starting in July. I just need to know, so I got to get the vaccine to get this, or is something completely different?
This is
because they was going to have to keep it.
No, this is the child tax credit. These checks alone will lift an estimated 10 million American children above the poverty line.
Well, you know, I ain't gonna say nothing because some people just acting like they below that poverty line, and they not.
Forgive my student loans and I'll get it, huh, Grace and Taylor? See,
I mean,
simple.
Some people will say that. Like,
in sports, the Denver Nuggets advanced to the Western Conference semifinals last night after beating Rondé and the Trailblazers by a score of 126 to 115. Denver wins the series 4-2. LeBron and the LA Lakers lost to the Phoenix Suns last night, a score of 113 to 100. Suns take the series 4-2. This is the first time LeBron James has lost in the first round of the playoffs in his NBA career. His career playoff in the first round is 14-1.
so what I'm gonna say.
Suns guard Devin Booker dropped 47 points and made 8 threes in the win.
And what I'm gonna say is this, and we could bet the Brooklyn Nets over the Phoenix Suns.
It'd be Utah Jazz.
No, I'm talking about in the end, the championship.
The championship, it won't be the Phoenix Suns. They won't be playing.
Why?
It'll be the Denver Nuggets or the Utah Jazz.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you.
All right, well,
I'm
I told you how I thought the other day.
You want to bet
Everything
that's
I said-
what you say? The
everything-
Phoenix Suns.
I'm gonna say the Suns.
All right, how much you want to bet that the Suns don't make it?
See, I don't really know how to bet.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna say the Suns over the Nets. I mean the Nets over the Suns.
What you mean skip sports,
The Suns,
Jabri?
we
We can talk sports, but we're not going to talk sports because we have a topic we're going to get into, and it all started with a letter, right? So and it's not a letter; it's a post.
Go ahead and read it. Dante waiting for you to read it. Why you gotta say right?
I didn't say. I told you I don't do the news, and everything was brought to you by Sonny Pinckney of Feedback the magazine. He said Rondé's name because Rondé is from the city of Chester, right? Shout out to Sonny Pinckney, man. I appreciate him.
Thank you, Sonny.
At Feedback the magazine is a magazine that's on YouTube. You can check it out. He's interviewing people. He's out taking pictures. He was in Tulsa, Oklahoma last year. It's a great the year before last. He was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So he's traveling, he's working, and he's doing the news for us. So man, shout out to him, man. But yeah, let's talk about this letter. You get this other stuff down. Bang, no more nerds. No more morning meeting, right? I have a question that may be off topic here. My friend has had sex with my brother twice confirmed with all evidence at events where I was present. The last being during my birthday celebration where they locked themselves in the bathroom for almost 30 minutes. I'm at a crossroads on if I should tell his wife or politely tell my friend how I feel, what she did, or even confront my brother about it. My worry is that if I tell his wife, she might make a point of discussion with my brother, her husband, and make me look like the bad person as lovebirds would do. My brother is that alpha male who even intimidates his wife when she addresses his cheating habits. He has repeatedly cheated on her, even getting caught a few times by his wife, but they sorted out. I'm at a point where I don't mind losing the friendship with my friend by telling her how I feel, or should I mind my business and let the truth one day unfold on its own? P.S. My brother and his wife have been married for 13 years with 3 daughters. You see what I did there? I want everybody to see that. I put words in where there are no words, right? Because that's how it's supposed to go. And then I read shit and be like, oh yeah, that's not right. But okay, right? I go back. So anyway, I can read.
I mean, I told him you practiced.
I what?
You practiced it.
That's fucked up.
You did.
I didn't practice that.
When you practice, it gives you, a better.
Whatever, now for tea.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about this.
I think that the sister, the girl who wrote the stat, should mind her business. That's just my personal opinion.
Right.
Mind your business. That's what I'm saying. Mind your business. How can you go against your brother, number one, and have a conversation with his wife? That's none of your business. That's their marital issue. She already forgave him 3 other times, and I'm pretty sure you knew about that too. So my whole thing is mind your businesses, going about, because guess what? You're going to have to, that's probably why you're not in a relationship. You're not in a relationship because you're too busy worrying about what your brother got going on over there and what your friend got going on. Your friend, if she was your friend, you would know that she's sleeping with your brother.
Right.
If she had morals and standards, she would not be sleeping with a married man in a bathroom. So you have to let her go. I would personally be like, shit, bitch, you a whore. Like, I can't even bring you around whatever I got going on because I'm afraid you going to be in the bathroom with him if you can do this with my brother and we've been friends for X amount of years. So me personally, I would say mind your businesses. Let your brother be whoever he's going to be. His wife is accepting to it. Obviously, they've worked through others. And that's that. That's that. Mind your businesses. And as for the wife who forgave him 3 times, did you cheat back, sis? Because I'm just saying, sis, cheat back. Let the forgiveness be on your side for a change. Go ahead. I'm listening.
The sister's taking offense to things that aren't hers to take offense to. So that's her brother. And, you protect your brother.
Right.
At the end of the day.
But I can see why she's offended because it's supposedly her friend.
But her friend ain't really her friend.
Obviously not.
It's just a friend, right? You have friends and then you have a friend, right? And I think that's where she is. But, when doesn't your brother knock your friend off? There's always, that's my brother.
Not with my knowledge. Not with my knowledge. I don't want to know that, because I know my brothers. I grew up in the house with them. So I don't want to know if my brother, now if you happen to sleep with my brother and it's unbeknownst to me, please don't come and cry over my brother to me, because I be like, girl, bitch, you spent the night. You act like you ain't never seen him.
But I wanted him.
And you got him. And you got your feelings hurt.
I don't know why your feelings would be hurt.
Because you expected more. People think that they can change people because of who they are.
No, I don't.
You can't change a person because of who you are. Dumb people gotta want to change. They gotta be tired of what they've been through and change for themselves. They not changing for you. So here I am, sis. Mind your business. Keep it moving. Worry about your own relationship and hope that you don't run into a product of your brother, like a person that's similar to your brother, because then you're gonna be forgiving him 3 times. Mind your businesses. But she one of those people that want for her friends or somebody to tell her that her man is cheating. She's one of those people.
Who, the sister?
Yeah, she's one of those people. Like, reading that, if she thinks she should go tell his wife, she want people to come and tell her what they see their man doing. Keep that shit to yourself, sweetheart. I don't want to know, and whatever happens to you for dealing with them. Thank you. I don't want to know.
On if I should tell his wife or politely tell my friend how I feel about what she did, or even confront my brother about it.
I would have told the friend from the bitch, what you was doing in that bathroom? You nasty. Like, if we're friends, I don't have to write a stat about it on Facebook when I could say it to you. I don't have to talk about it in private when I could talk to you about it.
I'm sure her friend saw this.
Child, I'm sure I would have said it to her. You nasty heifer. That's what I'd have told her. I'd have said, I would have been talking to her directly. It's no need of having a conversation behind her back when we're friends. I should be able to tell you how I feel. You say, well, my brother don't
So,
know.
all right, so you're saying she shouldn't go to anybody and say anything.
She shouldn't say nothing.
She shouldn't go to the brother and say, I know what you're doing. Can you stop?
The brother already knows she knows what he doing. The brother think the friend is telling her. So my brother, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like how my brother is right now in what the state of mind that he is in right now. So I wouldn't condone it. But when we were younger, man, y'all all was my sis. Hey sis, how you doing? Girl, we having a barbecue on Saturday. You coming? Like, yeah.
I don't know. Thanks for reposting it so I can read it how it's supposed to be read. I couldn't comprehend when you was reading it. Hey, Dante, it's hard for you to comprehend things that don't have Long Island iced tea written in it. It's quite all right. I understand. Don't worry about it. But, yeah, man. Sis.
Mind your business.
Mind your fucking business. Right? If there's not a more mind your business situation, then right there, then there it is.
I gotta watch that.
But she should say something to the girlfriend if she's supposed to be her friend. She should be able to tell her that she's wrong, knowing that he's a married man, shouldn't be such a tramp.
That's what she should say it to the girlfriend. Your brother already think that you know what's going on because that's your friend. And like it obviously ain't no secret because y'all at a public function.
I mean, she said
in the
she's
bathroom.
cheated several times before and been caught. So it is what it is. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I didn't even know it was up loud. I'm trying to send my daughter something.
But I personally believe that, she should mind her business, but inform the people that are closest to you. So not the wife, but the brother. Tell the brother, yo, please leave my friends alone. And tell the friend, yo, leave my brother alone. That's it. Like those two people, not the wife. Don't tell the wife because, that'll go left. It can go left. Your brother will feel betrayed by you. The best friend will feel betrayed by you.
And guess what the brother gonna tell her? That's why you single now, you miserable bitch. That's the truth.
You can't talk to your sister like that.
Yes, you can. Mind your business. Mind your business. Could you imagine me going up to one of my brothers, to one of y'all female friends, like, yeah, girl, because he was sleeping with so-and-so, and I think that you should do something about it. She going to look at me like, bitch, I thought you was his sister. Like, are you not his sister? Are you not? No. No. Honey. Don't sleep with my brothers. Not my brothers, not the ones that I've gained by God, not the ones that I share parents with. Don't sleep with my brothers, because guess what? I'm rooting for them.
You rooting for who?
The brothers.
Or the brother bragged to the sister he smashed her friend. Nah, she said it. Tell the friend about herself. Tell the brother cut it off. Don't say nothing to the wife.
Don't tell the brother nothing.
Huh?
Don't tell the brother nothing.
Why not?
Just call him nasty. I walk past and be nasty. That's like I want to
He
know.
gonna be like, why you calling me that, sis?
You know why I said it. Like,
No, I don't. No, I don't. What happened?
If you have a relationship with your siblings, and these are biological siblings,
Right.
if you have a relationship with them, you
Talking
can
to
say
your
anything
microphone.
to
I
them.
can't hear you.
You can say anything to them
Right.
if you have a relationship with your siblings.
Right.
I can walk past my brother like dirty, nasty. Like, because 9 times out of 10, you knew that girl long before this bathroom situation. You nasty. And she just as nasty for having you in the bathroom.
She wanted
I
you.
talked to my brother.
She wanted you.
Rashad, we trying to figure out why you ain't came up here to CMP Radio yet.
I wasn't invited yet.
We gotta invite you.
Yeah, I didn't pop up and come nowhere.
We live, so we hear what you saying.
That's cool too.
So why we gotta invite? It wasn't. Ain't Rashad like part of the family or
I
something?
thought he was, but
And he just called and say, "Hey, I want to come through."
I thought I don't know who's a part of the family anymore. Y'all handle the family situations.
Steve's girl.
Excuse me, we're talking about the morning meeting right now.
What'd he say?
He coming. He coming on C's show.
Right.
Yeah. So, what time you got available? Monday, Wednesday, Monday. Monday at 10 o'clock.
All right, Monday at 10 o'clock.
Monday at 10 o'clock. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you the pressure, honey. The pressure. And I'm gonna send you a text reminder letting you know that you have an interview with CMP on the morning meeting Monday at 10 a.m.
All right, that's a bet.
All right, I'll see you then, okay? All right, see you later.
Everybody feel like that they got to be invited. I've given. Hold on, time out. Let me do this real quick. Let me find it. For anyone out there that's doing anything great for the community, that's bringing any good activities, you are official. This is the official invite, right? I'm not always able to reach out and call everybody, but if you know you are a part of the community, you know you have something that the community wants to talk about or wants to be a part of or it wants to go, send us the information and come up here on the show and talk about it, right? We'll promote it for that day if you're a guest of the show, right? If you want constant promotion, you got to pay for that. But again, you know, that's just me. All right. How you doing, Nafati?
I'm fine, and yourself?
Are you?
I am. Grayson Taylor, you hear that? Sure. Can't say anything to your brother. I say, yeah.
I say, hey ho.
Bro, you nasty as fuck. I'm just saying.
He be like, hey, what's up?
Listen.
Nah, you know you wrong. I ain't wrong. Your girl came on to me. I went in the bathroom. She came behind me. She grabbed my junk. You know what I mean? Like, and we got the, you feel me?
Listen.
That was on her. That was on her. And I'm going to keep smashing as long as she let me. Now mind your fucking business. How about the sister that smashes the brother's friends? Because it goes
That's a
both
no.
ways.
That's a strong no.
Why?
Because she shouldn't.
Why?
She just shouldn't. She should not smash the brother's friends.
What's a brother's
I
friend?
never want somebody that my brother Bayat best friend is Shaheem and Moot.
Right.
Jug. I don't want either one of them to have a conversation about me out in public with nobody knowing my brother is their best friends. No, that's a no.
That's a strong no.
A strong no.
That's an absolute no. But guess what?
They do it.
It has happened.
That is true.
Maybe not with you and your brother's friends, but brothers' friends are off limits. Absolutely.
Brothers' friends are definitely off limits, but a lot of people don't know that. But that's because that's the type of relationship that they have. Like you ain't she ain't no I ain't no steps. You ain't running up me. No sir. I'm just saying. I never knew that was a song, and the kids were sitting around and they was talking. This was years ago, and they kept going like this. And I didn't know what that was. And they was like, she ain't nothing but some steps. We done ran up her.
Who said that?
That's how they talk. That's how the kids were talking. It's a song, for real. But I'm like, oh, so y'all all was saying y'all was sleeping with her? It's like, yeah, we all tagged her. But, you know, it is what it is. Brothers' friends are off limits. He's over there on his phone again.
I'm trying to find this article I read this morning. So a black woman is suing a suburban Detroit restaurant for putting metal in her meal.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see where the cops got caught for a home invasion for 2 white kids breaking into a home, and the kids were shooting at the cops, and they said we was doing it like they did it on Grand Theft Auto?
That's what the kid said?
That's what the 13, 14-year-old boy and girl said, or 12 and 13, one
I
of them.
think Kenny sent me that joint. I ain't really get a chance.
But the cop's microphone is still on. His body cam is still on. And they know that these are 2 Caucasian kids.
Right.
And the cop says, I pray I don't have to kill one of these kids. That's what he says. So they shot one in the leg, I believe.
They ain't shoot him in the leg.
And one in the leg, and I believe one in the stomach. Roz, what did they do? Ask my mom. You know she called me and tell me about the news. Yeah, Monkey, did you see where them cops didn't kill them kids that was acting like great? What's that name of that game they be playing? So I say Fortnite. No, not that one. I say Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto. The next one, Grand Theft Auto. They was acting like that, shooting at the cops, and they had an AR-15, and they asked the kid, how did you know how to shoot an AR? And they said, oh, we watched it on Grand Theft Auto.
Volusia County, Florida. Oh, man. Mass shootings this year, 242. People killed, 275. People injured, 995 people.
What's that?
That's on the video. It just said mass shootings for this year. But I want to talk about this lady that got this fucking metal shit put. I can't.
So what did they give her?
I can't bring up the.
I think the little
shit.
boy got shot in the leg and the girl got shot numerous times. She got shot in the stomach. Tanya, somebody got shot in the stomach, but they did not shoot him to kill him. That's the whole thing. Like, cause you know, when an older person, they ran away from a group home. Yes, they were in a foster home and they ran away and they broke into a house. In the house that they broke into, they found guns inside the house and had a shootout with the cops. The cops did not aim to kill these kids, which was so ironic to me. And my mother is yelling at me because if it would have been a black kid, they would have shoot them. All them goddamn black kids they done killed, and now all of a sudden they got morals and praying that they don't shoot to kill this kid. I said, oh well.
Oh, the girl took numerous shots. She's in critical condition. Wow. Ran away from a group home, and they broke into a house that had a bunch of guns in it.
They broke into a house that had a bunch of registered guns in it.
I mean,
So they broke into a house,
Registered
with
gun,
intentions
same
to
thing.
find extra monies or whatever to
Right.
get away
And
from
they-
the group home. And
so when they broke into the house, the alarm went off. That's why the cops came, or the cops were actually
I-
chasing them.
no, I think the alarm went off.
Okay.
So
Then they found the guns and just.
They found the guns.
I ain't
and when
going back to
cops
the group
came
home.
I'm not.
What the
going
hell were they
back.
doing at this group home that these kids don't want to go back to?
I don't know. That's a great question, and that needs to be unraveled too.
That'll bring out a gun. That'll make you pick up a AR-15
going
and start
back.
shooting. I'm not going back.
I feel,
It's death for me.
I feel like a lot of group homes and foster homes, like Glen Mills, is now completely shut down. I didn't know Lima was shut down because they had an accusation.
Can we say Glen Mills was a bad situation?
I don't know. I've never been to Glen Mills.
You never been to Glen Mills?
Hell no.
I can say they were. There are men that were not capable and are not capable of treating children the way they were treating most of the children there, right? Like beating them up. They just weren't. They was like, yo, I'm not gonna beat this kid up for this. Like you're pounding his head into the ground. Like there's no reason for that. And then there are men that found joy in doing that. I think abuse is one thing, but discipline is another, right? So, you could discipline kids, and I think that's where we draw that line, right? Abuse and discipline. Don't come home from work drunk and beat me because my socks are on the ground. Tell me to come pick my socks up, smack me in the back of my head, and then let me go about my business. But don't pulverize me because you're drunk and you just want to let off your aggression for the day. And so with Glen Mills, for me, it was just like there could be a way around it because I think it helped a lot of people. I think the way it broke down, now you're seeing Lima also dealing with the same situation.
The same situation. But how?
What are we supposed to do?
But the question is, because Glen Mills accusations go back for 20 years.
Shit, I wouldn't doubt that.
So
Probably longer than that.
How do we keep these kids had to go to the doctors? They had to get routine checkups. It's mandatory. So how did these things get swept under the rug?
They didn't
like
go to the
that?
doctors. If you're
had to go to the
you're in
doctors.
charge. You're in charge of your situation. You run it. We know how they can fix paper. They got the doctor. Like he just fell. He played football. Right. He fell. He played football.
So you think that's
he wrestles.
I think that is so wrong. Like I think that
That's why they're shut down.
medical staff, but they're shut down after funneling thousands of kids through it. As a medical staff, you have to look and say, this is not a football injury. This is a handprint.
What are you going to do?
Still in
You're
this-
going to go against the county of Delaware and say in Glen
Yeah.
Mills? Oh no, you're not.
My license stands on this.
No,
My
so?
integrity stands on
So?
this. Nobody never wants to admit abuse because they're scared of the
Losing the contract.
They're scared. The contract does not mean that much to me. They said one of the boys they beat so bad out Glen Mills, he was throwing up
Blood.
all of his food and
Right.
blood
Right.
come the end of the night.
Right.
They said that he fell down the steps.
Right.
How?
He got pushed.
How?
This is what happens to young men that are locked up. Nah,
That's not right though.
why ain't it right?
Because they are still children. Lima was died. Their facilities is dirty, and their facilities they got accusations of abuse, sexual misconduct, like all kinds of stuff. Like, why do you take these jobs? Is it because you can overpower these children?
Nobody
because They
cares.
standing
Nobody
there?
cares
so
about these
nobody
kids.
cares about the kids once they're in the system.
No.
That's,
Does it appear that they do care? Does it appear that they're trying to help these young men?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Where?
We're supposed to be trying to help them reinstate
man.
themselves into society on a better note. You're not supposed to be out there to collect
It's called
the
training
check and-
ground. We're training them to be more mad, more upset, so they come out here and do more things that get them locked up and get them going upstate. If I change this man's life, he won't become an inmate in the bigger jail.
I feel like if you abuse me while I was in a detention center, you'll be the reason why I'm upstate. That's plain and simple as
But
that.
who will know that? Oh, you're going to kill that person?
Plain and simple as that.
No, they don't take
I
their
can't
aggression
come
out on.
I
No.
can't come out here and destroy the community when you are destroying lives that could have possibly been.
That's you today. You at 15, 16 years old, you're attacking everyone around you.
That's hard. I just feel like that's a shame.
There is no. You at 42 right now.
I'm 43.
40. I tried to give you a year. Damn. What you get mad at me for? Damn. All right. You at 44 today. Like, look at you. See, you at 40, 43. Right? Can sit here and say, oh no, I'm gonna kill them up. But at 15, 16, what? Shit. 13, 14. All you know is when I get out, I'm haywire. I don't know. Can't nobody control me.
When I get out, I'm gonna make sure I never want to go back to a situation like that.
Fuck that. This is all I know.
They said judges was in on it, lawyers was in on it, lawyers was mishandling, misrepresentation of counsel. They were making it like they were asking for plea deals and sending them in front of certain judges. The judges were sending them to Glen Mills. They were in there abusing them. Like, what the hell? Is this a concentration camp or is it the detention center? Like, what is going on?
Who is in charge of doing things the right way when it comes to lawyers, judges, and prosecutors?
I think it's oneself.
No fucking body.
It has to
There
be
is
you.
nobody. Listen, when you're a doctor, you go in front of you get malpractice lawsuits. You got to sit in front of the people that sit on the board of the hospital. When you're a judge or a lawyer, you don't answer to nobody. You can do whatever you want. They've been talking about the prison paying off judges for years, right? For sending people upstate, giving people crazy ass sentences. Like, no, like, listen, do it by the book. It's the law is whoever's in charge, whoever sits on that seat. They don't have to answer to anybody. I think you need a review committee. You need people in charge. If you have complete control, then there's no one that can stop you. You will do whatever you want to do. And as long as no one stands up and no one says, nah, we can't have it going this way, right? This is not the way it's supposed to go. We're going to have the same situation.
That's
The
a
same
shame.
exact situation, right? It's gotten bad. If you say judges got money from sending kids to Glen Mills, defense attorneys got money for taking deals to send them to Glen Mills, prosecutors got money for sitting there saying, yeah, Glen Mills, like, that's sad. 150 years.
Listen, all I know is I'm glad none of my kids made it to the system. I'm glad that I had enough sense and stability and a support system out of this world that none of my kids would have ever made it to the system. My son is out the county, and I call out there like me and him the same, like he's still a child. So when they were trying to force them to get the vaccine and holding their food, you either gonna give him back his money or you're gonna give him his food, but you're not gonna get to keep both. And that's not how that go. And I'm not the only one that's gonna call. I stand up for mine. I know what's right and what's wrong. And if he gets the opportunity to use the phone and call me, I'm coming. I'm gonna risk going to jail to make you understand that he still has a family that loves him. I don't forget about those that went to jail. I don't forget about those that died, that left someone or something behind. My whole thing is, I am one of those supportive people, but you're not gonna use your level of whatever it is that you're doing. I can't stand the guards out the county, most of them. That you don't have to walk around like you
Some
this
of
whole.
them.
Most of them. Well, I don't know the new ones, so I'm gonna say the old ones. Them ones that was out there. Like when I had to go out there when my brother was incarcerated, and I had to go out there and see him, and it was always this one guard that just was walk past y'all time about to be up. I'm like, what the fuck is he? Well, he got an attitude all the time. And when it was in the castle, when my brother went and he was 17 years old, and it was in the castle in his white shirt, now that I know why I would walk past and end your visit as soon as you sat down. But like, my whole thing is I don't forget those who go to jail. I might not write you, but I'm still gonna make sure that you eat. I will come to a visit. It won't be one every week, but I'm gonna come. I'm gonna take care of what you got going on out here. But it's not you can call home and say, listen, I ain't got my insulin. I'm calling the jail trying to figure out why you ain't get your insulin. They was talking about how the county don't have heat in the wintertime, and people were catching pneumonia and they weren't caring. I was one of the people that was on the phone calling about it, and no, it's not my fight, but I had a person that was there that I loved, so it became my fight. You don't get to treat people like trash because they made mistakes in life. I'm just one of those people. I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I don't understand. Them inmates that go to jail, they don't have no loved ones, they don't have no no support system. They don't have nothing. I keep saying the word support because it's in my face. It's behind you.
Right.
it's right there. It just keeps popping up. But I'm just not one of those people. Like, if I say I'm your friend, I'm your friend. I'm definitely going to stand next to you and everything. Like, I don't walk away because shit got hard. I don't walk away because people start bashing you. I know a different side of you. If you wrong, nigga, you know you was wrong.
And people tend to stick around when things are hard, so they can say they helped you out. They tend to stick around when people bash you, so they can. It's when you go away. It's when you're no longer here. It's when you disappear, where you
when
can
you're no longer visible.
Right. You know, and that goes for when you die and for when you go to jail.
But
right?
I'm still one of those people that even when you go to jail, even when you're not in my presence, I still stand next to you like you are in my presence. I treat you the same exact way. I want to be treated. I'm not going to sit here and have a conversation, a good heart to heart about you, and then as soon as I walk away from you, I'm telling the man, that nigga shut the fuck out.
Right.
No, it's still, I believe in him. I think that he can do something great. This time, God set him down before he laid him down. So you have to understand, when he come home, he's going to be different. I have faith in that. And I will do my part to ensure that happens.
It don't always work out that way.
It don't always work out that way.
It don't always work out that way.
But still, I don't forget about them when they going. You can ask me how somebody that I love is incarcerated, how they're doing. I'm going to tell you, shit, one day at a time, nigga. Like, no, don't sit here and tell me that's my man. You posting them all on social media, stuff like that. Free him. Don't scream free him. Don't do that.
Send me a clip or go take care of my baby.
Or something. Let me tell you something. My son, we don't worry about his daughters. They are well taken care of. Their mom handles her business. My kids go make sure they handle their business. My youngest granddaughter don't like me. She just as evil as I am. I ain't never met somebody just like me in my life. Still her. But still, like, it's not an issue. His cousins, they go get him. Their friend that passed away. They take care of his son like it's theirs. And that's because we make sure that they do it. That was your friend. He dead. You go get his son. You make sure that mom not doing it by herself. Go pick him up. We going to the park. Go pick him up. Bring him with us. Stuff like that. I guess you gotta teach it in order to know it. I don't know, but it's a mess. It's a mess out here.
It's an absolute mess out here. But until we say there's a problem, until we come together, until we build with each other, until we understand that we need to fix it, we'll continue to be dealing with the mess. And we've been dealing with this mess for at least 30 years.
A long time.
A long ass time, right? And if you're 43, that means you was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
And I had a cousin who went to jail for 20 years. He still harps on the fact that he did his time by himself. I'm thinking, you went to jail when I was fucking 15. Nigga, I didn't know about support then.
Right.
And he says it to his siblings all the time, like, well, because when I was upstate, I did it by myself. You did the crime by yourself, too. So, obviously, that's what was supposed to happen.
Right.
But you can't keep holding on
20
to
years.
that.
Did he kill somebody? Did somebody die?
I don't know what he did.
Right.
None of my business. But, but the fact remains is that he still holds on to it. And he'll use it against somebody else who goes to jail now, which is something that he did. I don't like that. If we were kids when you went to jail, if you were a kid when you went to jail, just imagine how old I was when you went to jail, and you're 6 years older than me. You got to understand that. I wasn't supposed to be your support system then. When you came home, if I was in a little bit of a situation where I could help you out, then I can help you out. I don't them institutionalized people, child, no, I don't like them. Them people that done been in jail for far too long and that's all they know, they still eat the same, they still cover their plate like this to eat. I don't like them kind of people. I need y'all to
know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I went upstate, right? And I really ate like that, right? I ate with my fork, my knife in my hand, you feel me, my food like this. And the brothers were sitting there, they was like, man, you got a big family? I was like, nah. He was like, bro, we ain't gonna take your food. I'm like, bro, listen, I just want to get out of this joint, go back to my cell, right? You feel me? And we broke bread over that. We sat there and we talked about it, right? And he was like, bro, like, man, you around family, bro. Like, literally, like, you good. So, you know, I eased up a little bit. But when you ready for whatever, like, yo, I don't know what the fuck's going on. When I first went out the county, bro, I found I said, oh, this is a shank. Went back to the cell, sharpened that joint up. You feel me? Like, I don't know how this is going to go down, but I ain't going out. I damn sure ain't going out. If I got to poke a motherfucker, I got to punch a motherfucker, it's definitely going down. But that's when you learn. I ain't had no problems.
Survival.
Survival. For the first time in my life, I had to learn survival, right? And I learned it, and I understood it, and I wasn't going for that shit because I never had to survive before. I had everything, right? I just had to go along with life, right?
So do you think that's how the kids are seeing it now? They're surviving out here.
No.
It's either me or them. I remember it was.
So
it was-
survival comes with understanding that you have to live, right? I have to live till
Right.
tomorrow. So whatever I have to do to live.
So that's the me or him.
So we're
syndrome.
reversed. We're reversed. Our survival here is, I just got to be here, right? And if I'm here for tomorrow, so be it. That's not survival because you're not trying to live past tomorrow. The goal in survival is to continue to live every day and to live to next week and to live to the week after that. So you have to do constructive things to live. If you're doing destructive shit and you think you're going to live, you're not. You're doing the opposite.
So we're no longer living in that mindset of I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. They'd
Rather they'll rather be carried by 6 than judged by 12.
that's how they feel.
Right. I'm ready to die, my nigga. Like, are you shitting me? What the fuck do you know what's on the other side of death? No? If you don't know, then why you ready to die? How you know you're ready to die?
Because it got to be better than here. They said
How can it be?
they said death has to be better than life because life ain't shit.
Bullshit.
I'm just saying.
Bullshit. All the joy. I remember talking to this one young boy. I said, do you like pussy? That's one of the best feelings, to be with somebody that you truly want to be with and to get that feeling from her, right? Do you
They
like
ain't even older. They not even making it to the age where they actually getting to that point.
do you like food? Right? What kind of food do you like, right?
They don't know because their mom wasn't never home to make them breakfast.
So if all of these things have escaped them and they haven't reached that age yet and they already don't want to live, how can we expect them to live when they're 17, 18, 19, 20? They don't want to live, so they're trying to kill. They're trying to die. So you are born to die. We know that. But we don't have to die at such an early age, right? And if you're telling me a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old is ready to die, it's over. There are no more black people. Once we get them affected with that thinking and we got the youngins infected with that thinking, it's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap, no matter what we do, no matter what we say, if that's the problem.
That's crazy.
And that's been put into us. Think about our educational system. Think about the things that we lacking in Chester High School. Think about the things that we lacking at all the...
Just put some lights in Chester High to start. Like, let's just put some lights in Chester High. to start.
Really configure what we really need to learn and find the fucking money. If you had over $1 billion stolen from you via the scam, that shit should be insured. You should get that shit back.
How much they say was stolen?
$1 billion.
It was stolen in the scam?
Yeah.
Over how long?
I don't fucking know.
How long was the...
I don't know.
Oh, man. We ain't going to talk about the school district today because they already don't like me.
They don't like me. I don't like, and don't nobody like me no more. I've become the.
Good.
I heard they had an event this week and I wasn't invited to it, and it kind of hurt my feelings because they were talking about me, and people like texting me like, "Where you at, bro? Why you not here?" I said, "What is y'all talking about?"
What event did they have this weekend?
I don't feel like talking about it anyway.
Well, why'd you bring it up?
Because I felt like talking about it, but I don't feel like going deep into it.
But what was the event, though?
The event was an event that I wasn't invited to, I guess.
Dang.
All right. It's okay. It's all right. There'll be others. It's CMPRadio.net, man.
I'd
It's
have
the
showed up.
I didn't know about it until it was too late. Like, literally. Like, I got 4 text messages. And then I got a phone call asking where I was.
Home.
I was like, I ain't know nothing about it.
Dang, that's messed
It is what it is, man. CMPRadio.net, man. It's the morning meeting. Miss Info, Uncle P. We do this every morning. I know Monday we're going to have Deshar by Rashad, the guy, the myth, the legend.
So y'all do know it's the SAR, not the shore.
Say it again.
The SAR.
Deshar. Rashad.
It's the SAR. I don't know why. Somebody just told me it was the shore, and I'm looking at them like,
Deshar.
it's the SAR.
Deshar by Rashad. Right. Well, he's going to be up here Monday to talk about his prom or his ball. It's not a
Adult
prom.
ball.
Is it adult ball or adult prom?
Adult ball.
Okay, right. So
You're
be up
invited.
here. He'll be up here to handle that.
Leslie, you know he wasn't invited because of me. They be thinking everywhere they invite him, he gonna bring me.
No, it was basically because political people were there, and I gotta
That's
stay.
still because of me too.
I gotta stay
They ain't have an issue with you before me.
they
was mad. They mad I'm here. They punk asses. They mad I'm here.
No,
they mad that I won't. I will say what the whole world want to say to them, and they don't like it. If you get rid of me, they'll like you. Just tell me I'm fired. But I'll be back on Monday though.
What
But
if
tell
I-
me
what if
I'm
I-
fired for them.
What have I told you since we've
No, but just say it for the sake of them.
What if
Be
I
like,
told-
you know what,
I'm
not
not
Fatih,
saying
you're
shit.
fucking fired.
not
I'm
saying
still coming
shit
on
for
Monday,
the sake
though.
of anybody, because guess what? When you attack other people, they love you. They want you. Oh, you're the best, right? But when you attack them and hold them accountable, you're wrong. So you don't get if she gives the same energy, how is she right or is she wrong? Right? She's in the middle. If when you attack
Here
other
go
people
contact.
and they sit there and tell you all these other things and say these other things, and you out there attacking it, oh, well, I heard this, or I heard that. But you get on there with them and you're like, oh, yeah, because you're doing a good job. Oh, yeah, that's right. You the shit. But
I'm not telling
when you
nobody
ain't-
they doing a
when
good
you
job
ain't
if
doing
they
none of
ain't
that,
doing it.
when you ain't doing none of that, oh no, fuck that. No,
Well,
but this has nothing to do with you. This is me and my mouth. The things that I said. Right?
So you got in trouble this time?
I always get in trouble.
You know what? I took off a year, so it might be you. Because I took off a year of holding them accountable. Because I think the last time I really held them accountable was like 2 months after my pop passed.
Right.
And then I just was like, I'm tired. I was renovating houses and stuff like that. So I really wasn't too concerned about what they were doing until they got that fucking raise. I called you about that raise.
Right.
You said, what? How you know that? I said, somebody told me they got a raise. You said, I'm going to look into it. Next thing you know, they got a raise. Like, how you get a raise during the pandemic and they saying we had to lay off
It's the
90%
perfect
of
time
our
to do
workers?
it.
We laid off 90% of the workers.
But it's the perfect time to do it. But
Oh,
anyway,
did-
I'm not allowed
did
to
they-
talk about politics.
Oh. Well, what about me? Because did they get the money back?
Ask the people.
I did.
I gotta say, I can't make enemies. But
I
either
don't
way,
give
you
a
don't
fuck.
invite me to things
I don't-
where the people are, so it doesn't.
I don't care. That's why they don't want. They ain't invite you because if you can't say it, I can. They gonna be like, did she say that? Yes, she did. And you know what she do? She go to fuck home and say it again.
I know it really has me questioning what I'm doing.
Why?
Because
feel like-
it's not what I'm doing, is why I'm doing it and what purpose does it serve. I know what I want. I know what I want for my community. I know the things that my community deserves. I know it deserves an opportunity to grow. It deserves because it has not grown. It has done nothing but, I don't know if there's a word for an opposite word for grow, right? Ungrow, right? It has degrown, right? It has, but that's what we
How
have.
about it's just stagnant?
It's not even stagnant.
It's just-
see,
it's really stuck.
stagnant is stuck in one place, and we can say, but it's going
So
down.
we're
right?
declining.
We're declining, right? And as a community, we can't continue to decline. We have to incline, and people have to put energy. Things have to be done that have never been done before.
Yeah, but we got to do that without them though.
No, but you
if
can't.
we know
you
that,
can't-
yeah,
you
we
can't-
can.
Okay, so you just talked about your cousin that got 20 years. I said, what did he do? Right? You said, I don't know. Right? But
Well,
he
I
coulda-
said I
he
don't
could-
know 'cause it's nobody
right,
else's business. They
Because
don't
it's
know.
nobody else's business, but he could have done something where he didn't deserve 20 years. He could have got a lighter sentence. So if the people that are in charge of how we go to jail and things that we do, if they're there and they're twiddling their fingers and they're moving us around, then we can honestly sit there and say, yo, we can do something completely different than that, right? You need to help. So the people at the top need to help the people at the bottom. There's no way around it, right? We can sit here
The
and say,
people at the bottom have to want to
no,
help
we
themselves
can't.
first.
But we can't say that because
No, we can't say that.
We're at the bottom, Nav.
Right.
Don't we
So
want to
we're-
help each other?
Are we fighting?
Are we fighting?
Are we?
Answer the
are you
question.
fighting for yourself?
Absolutely.
I'm
And-
fighting for myself too. So when someone
And
else
I'm
decides
fighting
to
for
fight
other
for me,
people, too.
So when someone else decides to fight for me, then the fight is legit. If you're fighting for me and I'm standing here like I don't care what's going on, then you are fighting and beating a fucking dead horse, bro. We're asking them to do something that's virtually impossible, and that's to change a city where the citizens don't want to change.
Well, there's enough of us that want to change, so we can't
So
worry
guess
about the
what we
ones that
do.
don't want to change.
Guess what we do? We
What?
can't continue to allow them to do what they doing over there, and we do whatever it is that we're doing on the outside to show them better than we can tell them. We stopped
How
talking
long has this
about-
radio station been here?
Child, we like about to be 4.
We about to be 4. Cultivate Mature Positivity is the name of this joint. On your timeline, how much negative shit do you see on your timeline?
I don't know because now social media. After I leave here, bro, I'm really not on there.
Well,
Because
when you were on it before the radio station, how much negative shit did you see on your timeline?
so whatever you put up is what you receive. So
Right.
if you put up something negative or something like that, something that is discerning or disheartening,
You think so?
you'll start. Yes, it's an algorithm. It starts to send you that type
It don't
of
send
stuff.
you that type
I
of
swear
stuff.
to goodness. Yesterday, I posted Grow and Flow. She on her 3rd year, I believe, or it might be her 4th year. I posted her situation and how she's grown. And the next thing I know, it was somebody else's situation coming up. It's all about the same way with your energy. If you put out bad energy, you'll be surrounded by bad energy. That's how Facebook and social media works.
So you don't think we're changing anything?
We've changed a lot.
Right.
We've changed a lot. We've got people supporting people that they wouldn't normally support. They only support their clique. Now they're supporting the whole.
Right.
So it has changed a lot. These pop-up shops have become a whole happening thing.
Right.
And they've been going on forever in order for black businesses to thrive. They've been having pop-up shops, but now here in the city, because they get to see it through CMP, they're now showing up. Because they get to announce it here on CMP, they're now showing up. We're making our own money. We're not worried about what they're doing with the money that the government is giving them no more. As long as the pothole gets filled on the street, nobody really gives a damn about nothing else. The police officers, we see them now, so-called, they're doing their job because they got to walk the beat. They doing X, Y, Z. They actually having conversations with people. They not hanging out at the Wawa over here in Woodland no more. And they not over there at the Rite Aid, which is now the Dollar General. You know, they kind of sort of doing their jobs a little bit more. And now
So the
that
people
we
at
can
the
see
top
that,
are understanding. Damn.
no, the people at the bottom started calling them out. I'm not going to say.
So community policing is key to a healthy community.
Very, very much so.
Right. So, when you talk about these ideas, shit, therapy is key to a healthy community, right?
Right.
Shout out to Chester Community Coalition, right? And there are a couple other partners in that situation, right? But until we understand that the top has to help, right? For the people that want to change, for the people that are eager in changing their life, right? The top still has to help those people. Right. And then when you help those people up, guess what? We'll reach back and we'll grab somebody else. Right. If you want to get your license back and you're like right now, I'm telling you to hit PennDOT and see what they say. Right. And if you got a ton of fines, send it to me, man. Legal aid will pay for it as long as you fall inside the the financial guidelines for legal aid, right? But they'll pay for your fine. They'll get your fines wiped off, and you can get your fucking license back. Do you know what it's like to get? Man, I remember getting my license back, bro. I went right straight for a job I couldn't get 6 months prior. Got the fucking job and was like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, I'm good, right? Your license is your key. Your ID is your key. Your social security card, your birth certificate. You need any of these things. I can help you do all these things, but this is coming from the top. I feel like there should be more.
But why do you keep saying the top? What is the top?
What you mean? What's the top?
What is the top? Them people up there can't do
They're
nothing.
the ones that make the decisions to send us to jail. They're the ones that make the decisions to get us the money. They're the ones
to send us to jail for actions that we have made. Make better decisions.
No, you can't say that.
Make better decisions.
How can you make a better decision if you don't know anything better?
You know right from wrong though. You know you ain't supposed to cross the street on red.
Guess what? Everybody's not 42 years old.
I'm 43, bro.
Why you keep now? You going up to 43? You just said you was 42.
No, the hell I didn't.
I know you didn't.
God,
Everybody's not 43 years old, right? And the brain kicks on at 25. There are studies. So we talk about the ones that are beneath 25, right? We can help those kids. We can help them see a better.
We can help them. How can you say that the top can help them?
Because
when the top only wants to put them away anyway to keep going wherever it's going.
So the top.
I'm just saying, just make better decisions, make understanding so that your children will make better decisions. Stop relying on people who you barely even know. Them people ain't even get out and vote for the top. How many people got out and voted? 2,444.
So we barely know the police force, right? You got kids that don't want to be cops. Right, because it's fuck 12.
Tell them that it's okay for them to be a cop in their community.
Tell the men of our community that haven't been locked up, that are accessible, that they can take the fucking test, that they don't have to be scared to be fucking police.
Well, we found out that they will dig into your background, find someone in your family that was killed in the street, and tell you why you can't be a police officer in the city of Chester. Let's be clear on that.
Well, let's talk.
We're gonna put all the facts out there, saying as though we've already discussed.
Let's talk to Gretzky. Let's see if we can talk to him. I'm gonna get him on the phone call, and we're gonna have a conversation with him.
Tell me when he gonna be here. I'm gonna be absent.
How you gonna be absent, but you got all these questions?
Tell him bring his mom with him. I like her.
Why you gonna be absent, but you got all these questions?
I don't have no questions for him.
You just said something. The whole topic.
No, I said we've already discussed how they dig into your background, find somebody that was killed in the streets, and tell you why you can't be a cop here in the city of Chester.
Now, why you can't be a cop because someone was killed in the streets?
Ain't that what that wasn't that the reason they gave that boy for not being able to be a cop?
I didn't know that was a reason.
I got it in my inbox. I don't know why you ain't got it in yours.
Who sent it to me?
Somebody sent it.
Well, if you didn't
You
send
work
it,
for the DA. I don't.
if you didn't send it to me, I don't.
It was sent to us in the group. Wub sent it to us. Because his cousin was killed in the city of Chester. They deny him the rights to be a
There have
cop.
been cops that have had cousins killed.
Yeah,
in the
Roosevelt
city.
had his brother killed, and Roosevelt is no longer a cop either.
CMPRadio.net, man. You just have so much to say.
I do. It's okay. I make them work though. I sure do.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man.
Call
It is-
Gretzky and see if he can come and sit with us next week. You know, he take his
I
coffee
doubt.
break at 10 o'clock.
I doubt it.
Why?
I doubt it. But, I'll hit him up and see what he said. I would love to have him sit here because I think they're about to start testing again.
Testing what?
Testing for,
We got 8 new officers.
yeah,
They all Caucasian. 1 woman.
this girl is crazy. But
And they're never
CRMC,
leaving Chester.
CRMC started the show. CRMC will end the show. Still platinum. Shout out to Barzy. Shout out to Karan.
You don't want to call him Fats?
Fats. Okay. All right.
Because if you're going to call him
Simon, Simon and Karan.
I'm going
Simon.
to tell him what you said.
Right. Shout out to Barzy and Fats, man. Keep on doing what y'all doing, bro. If you are an artist from the city of Chester and you have any tracks on Apple Music, man, send them to me. Tag me in it so I can download it and make sure we play it, man. That's the least I can do. It's CMPRadio.net, man. It's the morning meeting. It's Miss Info. Say bye.
I'll see y'all on Monday when the star is in the building.
Right. We appreciate y'all, man. Be safe.
18 minutes, just made $1,800. I can't blame you, ma, but I wouldn't have did it if you weren't crying. Had to save you, ma. Nah, I'm too deep, that's bottom line, yeah. Hey. I don't wanna go outside the day without the strap. I don't wanna go outside the day without the weapon. My nigga left his shit, ain't make it back, no. My other nigga died with a strap with him, we still platinum. Everything is still platinum,
10 times platinum, nigga.
we still strapped, but my other nigga died with a strap with him.
Look, everything is still platinum. Everything is still trappers. Point the fingers, that black one. Near niggas, if they catch us. Tell my niggas they blessed us. A and B's if they test us. Ain't no keys for that test.